Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of The Flank. I'm joined by the one and only, the human turret, one of the best ARs to ever do it. Give it up for the world champ himself, Sam LaRue, a.k.a. Octane. We got the one and only, some of the best analysis of the game, the world champ himself, Christopher Duarte, Parasite. We got the multi-world champion, the multi-champion, the legend, the icon to the Call of Duty scene. Give it up for Patrick Price Aches. And then, of course, we got the one and only, the executive producer of The Flank. Give it up for Benjay Nassim. Gentlemen, what is going on? Long day of COD, 3 matches. We had some good ones. Sam, you doing all right, bro? How you doing, Sam?
I'm doing great, man. I had a 5-hour extra fine session this morning, and then, today's a national holiday. We got 420, and I think some of the players decided to partake because what in the fuck did I watch today?
Yeah, today was an interesting day of COD, to say the least. I feel like that's the best way we could put it. Pat, how you doing today? I know you've been busy, man. I know X Defiant's been out. I heard everything's been good. I heard Shroud's been playing it.
Yeah, he's gaming right now. I was watching him a little bit earlier, but I agree with Sam. I think there was a little 420 celebration going on, and one of our co-hosts as well I saw was partaking in it. So not just the players in the CDL.
Oh yeah, is it me, Pat?
No. It wasn't you, Tom. It was a clip I saw. Yeah, Ben had a nice little.
Ben's ripping that.
Ben, are you ripping mulch before the show, Benjay?
I got some gifted for some mulch rips, and then after the show, we got some playoff FIFA Pro clubs with the boys. So we'll be mulch being ripped in that session as well. What?
Nothing. It's just funny. You're faded for the whole flank. That's hilarious. 420. It's an absolute pleasure.
Like 3 hours ago. We're good, bro.
All right, Duarte, how you doing? Duarte, you doing good?
Yeah, I'm doing good. I had some interesting matches today. Big upset that I'm sure we're going to talk about a lot. And then on top of that, Tom, you're looking a little red in the face, bro. Did you rip the mulch before the show started?
No, not me. I told my chat I'll rip it at the end of the show. I'll rip it for him. But I need to focus up. I got notes and shit, Duarte. What's this look like? What do I look like, an amateur?
I mean, I want to be a snitch, but I saw you ripping that shit during the intro.
Yeah,
oh, my God.
Nah, what? Nah, you said that. He's capping.
When y'all see that horse running across the screen, you don't see what we see, Chad. Tom was ripping that shit.
They can tell, bro. They're smart. They can tell when I'm faded or not. They know. They know when I'm fucking off the wazoo. But long day of COD. Great matches today, guys. I'm really excited to dive into it. I say we just hop right into it. Hop to the first series of the day. First series of the day, we had the Los Angeles Thieves going up against the Miami Heretics. This one started off hot for LA Thieves. They come out and they dominate the Vista. I think Sam and Mud Dog were in the call. They were getting all excited and they were getting hyped up, saying that they're back. And then quickly that changed. As the 6-star came in, Miami quickly leveled it, went all the way down to around 11. Pretty back and forth series, to say the least. Seems like LA dominated one hard point, Miami dominated the other, and then it pretty much came down to the S&Ds and that swing mode, that map 3 swing mode. Sam, this is your squad, so I'll go to you first. We'll take a look here at the stat sheet. What did you think of the series today?
It was honestly, the number one thing I got out of this is that we're 5-1 in game 5s. So in the extended series, definitely looking good there. But this was a pretty much clear-cut 3-0. There's a 5-2 absolute bottle job in the Vista, or excuse me, the 6-star S&D. But the Vista, Jesus, I cannot talk today. First map looked great. The control looked great. But this probably should have been a 3-0, to be honest.
You think it should have been a 3-0?
I think it should have.
Ben, what did you think about the series today?
I mean, I agree with Sam. I think it should have been 3-0, but obviously, it's 420 days, so we know Dan Ghostie's coming through for us.
He took an extra rip today, Benjay.
Maybe a little bit more than the next rip. I don't know. I mean, listen, I think on the Miami side, I thought the Rio S&D was or Rio Hardpoint rather, was probably one of the cleanest Rios we've seen them play. So they're making progress in that map. I think that kind of helps them for the rest of the season. But, in matches like this, the finest margins, and we'll get to the last map. I think a couple of plays there from Miami, and that swings probably 6-4 in their direction. They kind of steal this one instead of walking home sad.
Yeah, Duarte, what did you think about the LA Thieves Miami Heretics matchup?
I mean, Ghosty played phenomenal. I think all of LAT played pretty good. Bar Joe, I think he had a rough series. But outside of that, bro, I was honestly just surprised because we were, especially me, I was talking about it. But Metals actually had a really good series.
Yeah, he did. We were talking about it yesterday.
I was kind of surprised. He finally broke his streak of dropping the point fucking 7s, and he had a really good series. So obviously it's nice to see some improvement there. Real continues a streak of playing well for this team. He's proven to be a pretty great addition to this team. Obviously, I don't think it's going to move the needle too much, but it's good to see that they're at least starting to be a lot more competitive. They're getting some wins on the board, and they're not, providing some sleeper series, at least this stage.
Yeah, no, 100%. Pat, What about you, Pat? I like these to go all the way down to the wire against Miami. I mean, what are your thoughts? It was a close series.
Yeah, I mean, I expected LA Thieves to handle them pretty easily. I expected this to be a 3-0, and it obviously could have been. But it's nice to see some life out of Miami. But I kind of agree with Chris. I mean, if Metals performs how he's been performing, this team is going to continue to get steamrolled. Obviously, he had a good series here today. But
A
I'm
lot
not
of it was on
expecting
that
this.
Rio. Like
Yeah, I'm
that's
not
a lot of
expecting
his
this to
stats
last.
Yeah.
came from the Rio. I think he was like double positive or something map 4. So that's where like the majority of his like damage and stuff came from. He was
Talk about
It's funny
Metals.
because they blow out a team when he plays good. So
Yeah.
Metals
I
did
believe-
have
I don't think
Metals
it
did have
lasts.
a really good series though.
And I
Scooting through the maps,
believe
did
he
play well.
ran. I believe he ran a sub on that Rio, so he probably was like he obviously flexed during the whole series. But actually, no, they played Vista and they played Rio, so he probably ran a sub the majority of the series and had a really good performance. I still don't really agree with the role change. Obviously, I don't know much about their team as much as they do. But Metals has always been a sub player, so it's just kind of weird, like seeing him play as an AR.
Yeah, I don't know why
yeah.
they did the role change either, Chris. I'll be honest with you. I will say this though, picking up Real was a phenomenal choice. I think Real, when he was on Carolina, he was playing well. He's playing from 120 ping. Obviously, things happened. He had to get removed from the roster, visa problems, yada yada yada. I'm just happy to see this guy in the league because this guy, and I feel like he earned it. I remember before he was in the league, he was like the eights reaper, wasn't he? He was just frying people and fucking what wasn't that his thing, Chris? Didn't he fry in eights?
Yeah, he was really good in eights.
Like in Vanguard, I remember him being insane in Vanguard, like just going crazy. I remember what he brought to the table, and even when you watch him play, just by the eye test, you could tell he's just a really good player. So I think Real really elevated this roster tenfold. I feel like he helps him out a ton. But let's move on. We got some clips, unless you guys have anything else to say before we move into some clips.
Nope.
Okay.
Now let's go to the clips.
Well, I want to talk about this P3. This was something that we wanted to write down when it was kind of happening. LA Thieves, they were able to get here early. They had a pretty good lead here to start off with as well. So you're thinking Thieves should be able to run away with this one. But let's see how this ends up breaking down. It ends up being a 3 push around the back from Miami Heretics. They make a play. You can already see Vickle, who finds the gap. He gets pushed up early. I don't think Nasty expected him to be there. And it's a clean 3 dead. Make that 4 for the Miami Heretics. And now look how the minimap looks. I mean, that was just an absolute masterpiece break from Miami. Sam, we'll start with you here. I mean, what do you think went wrong for LA Thieves here? I think, me personally, if I'm Joe Deceives, I don't think he should throw any tax here. He's playing a credit. I feel like the tax gave away his spot. That's obviously a little bit of a nitpick, but what do you think was the biggest problem here, Sam, with this setup?
I think it actually starts with that. I think Joe needs to like play shoulders or actually just play no shows in the back. Like play an off angle maybe in the room to just like let them pass and then get info so his team can react.
That's what I was thinking.
So I think they're front loading the hill right now. So if they're like extending through the front and Joe has guaranteed info in the back and he doesn't get spotted, and actually to your point, if he doesn't throw anything, they could just turn and help him. But for whatever reason, Miami is insane at breaking P3. I think we've seen this over the last couple times they've played this map. They're like, I think they're better than anyone else in the league right now at breaking P3 for some reason.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think Joe should have just like probably no shot in the back, got his team some info.
And then once he gets here and he dies, he calls these guys out. I mean, I'm sure he must have called Vickle there on the stairs, but maybe he didn't. I don't think Nasty expected him to be close, which I thought was weird because I thought Joe saw him and was going to call him out. But when Nasty hit that corner, it didn't look like he knew that they were pushed up on him. But go ahead, Chris. What were you going to say?
Real quick, Tom, I just want to see how like the transition to the hill went. I want to see like who had scrap time, like where people were, how the rotation went down, because for them to be front loading the hill, it tells me that they probably had a hill control. Yeah, so it was neutral. So yeah, they were like, okay, let's all rotate over. Because if they would have known, so yeah, Miami's like obviously touches old here. I feel like they should do a better job of kind of reading the pressure here and like turning, but they just didn't.
I mean, seven had time to like repinch mid, for example, while the people on hill could have held.
Yeah, I'm personally a big fan of like keeping pressure like upon mid, pretty much on like every hill damn near on this map, because mid pretty much dictates the entire map. It's like where everyone tries to break from. It's where people are going to take their routes. Like very rarely are you going to see people take any other route besides pinching the restaurant. So I'm not a big fan of how LA Thieves kind of like played the rotation. But you know, it was good to see Miami break it. They played it well.
Yeah, they did. They actually did play that really well. I like the way they set that up, and I like how they had somebody kind of slow playing front while they were pinching around the back, because you're just blocking those spawns, making sure they spawn out. Just good break overall from Miami. Pat, Ben, anything to say on that play? Anything at all?
No, I agree with Sam. We've watched Miami play. They're very good on the P3. And it's super important that P3 hill, right? Like if you can either get
It's a
the
money
P3,
hill, yeah.
P4 off the, you get that chain, or if you get the break, it's a big momentum swing. So
Yeah. Pat, anything?
Nah, these guys covered it, Tom. That's why we got an
This guy's on
excellent
his phone,
panel
bro.
of co-hosts.
All right, Pat,
Yeah,
let's
I gotta
go.
unmute, otherwise you hear background noise.
Yeah, no, I know. You're good. Let's move on to the next one. And this was in the second rotation, going from the P2 to the P3. I mean, LA Thieves definitely held on to their lead, but just wanted to highlight Dan Ghosty here. I mean, he's 25-12 for his squad right now. Nobody even breaking the 20-point mark yet. And he's just going absolutely nuts. He ends up locking down this rotation. I just like the way that he gets the three-piece, but then he just hovers around the middle of the map and cuts mid. Chris, I know you've talked about how important mid-map is for Vista, and I feel like Dan, like controlling the middle of the map and cutting that, just shows pretty much what you want to do, like how you pretty much funnel teams. They end up getting fucking smoking broke here. I don't know what happened. It's
Bro,
another
Miami
P3 that just
hit old.
LA Thieves can't hold. I mean, they did make it a little scrappy. They did hold it for the most part, but
Bro,
it got a little
back
scrappy.
it up, Tom. Back it up. Miami like made, I guess, the weird decision. I don't know if you guys feel it's weird to just all four like hit old, and that probably
Go back?
surprised Thieves. Yeah, they probably thought they would have rotated.
I want to see like when the timing is them hitting hold was.
Well,
Go
I
back
think
a little bit
it's
more.
right here when
Okay,
Dan gets three. Dan is expecting them to rotate here. But they go through mid, which was so weird. Maybe that was the play. Maybe they knew they were gonna get cut there, and that's why they took the routes through old, because they knew they were getting cut.
I mean, it just seems like they like breaking from the backside of P3, so like they're gonna hit old. Like I think the only time you don't hit old is if like you don't have any kills on the map, you got 4 dead wiped, and it's rotation time. Like it's just so much harder. But I think teams are gonna learn that mid map is like key. So like when playing this rotation, you're just met with a tough decision, right? Because you have to cut off this like underground area. You have to like obviously get position on the hill. So like it's just it creates a problem when trying to allocate like players onto like certain lanes. But I think just playing for mid control and like playing a little bit weaker on that backside of the rotation is probably way more important, because if a guy does get through, at the very least you have map control and can come back and clean him up. Whereas if you just like go and stack the hill and leave every other lane open, they're gonna set up a break.
Yeah, 100%. And that was obviously a dominating map from LA Thieves, and then we head over to the S&D, which got pretty interesting. Let's tune into the first round here on 6-star. This was the 4v3 situation that Miami had that they ended up tossing. I actually thought Lucky saw Ghosty here. I thought he saw Dan when he was hopping up. Like, you could see the tip of his head when you're jumping. But Lucky decides to jump up here, and he ends up getting picked. So there goes the number advantage. Maybe a little bit of a misplay there from Lucky. I feel like right there, I mean, they have the control. I feel like if he's going to hop up, somebody should probably look over him. But and then here, Real, he gets the info. He ends up diving out, which I love. Like, he gets out of there. But then this all just pretty much crumbles after this. You can see Real, he's able to get one. Now you see the LA Thieves boys, they're coming in a 2v3 situation. And honestly, Kremp and Joe Deceives just make the play here. Kremp is being a nuisance mid-map. He's tagging shots into these guys. They double team the second guy. And with 20 seconds left on the clock, Joe Deceives, he gets aggressive, and they're able to retake with numbers. It was a great round from Thieves. I thought that was a troll from Miami. What do you guys think?
The mega troll.
They scammed it. One thing I will say about this map in general with this bomb site is that I do not like when people try to retake from you, and I also don't really like playing a post plant from you, because most of the time, unless you plant it for there, which no one is ever going to do, because if a guy peeks you, it's just such a quick kill off the bomb. Everyone's going to plant on that backside where it's like safe from you, and like they opted to like push through mid, right? And then they just gave themselves zero vision on the bomb. That's pretty much why they lost right here.
Yeah, I like the play from Kremp. He just gets active in the middle of the map, and he was able to just push shots into somebody, and he just gets active, and he just makes a good individual play here. Just kind of switching lanes. They can't keep track of him.
Yeah.
And Miami, Real's trying to dip and dive. He's weak, and Kremp just applying that pressure on. It was good plays from Joe and Kremp. I like how they kept the gas pedal down. Sam, Pat, Ben, any thoughts on that?
No, I think Chris kind of hit it on the head. I think it's just like another example of what we've seen a lot this year of like kind of planning without a post plant idea. And I think when you don't plan for you have to overcommit for the check. So when you play post plant for you, you're kind of forcing yourself into a 1v1 gunfight just to get info on the bomb as opposed to playing it safe.
Yeah, 100%.
Also, and most of the times we see these new maps, like people find out pretty quickly what the like most optimal way to play. And I mean, to Chris's point, like I don't think there's not enough reps yet, especially in search, for teams to to do the best optimal play every time.
Especially in like
Yeah.
especially in like mid-round adjustments, like situationally. You know, like maybe not so much like whole like basic shit like breakoffs and post plant holds and shit, but when it comes to like mid-round situations and shit, I feel like people are still trying to figure out how to play their situations. Like they're 2v2s or 1v2s, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, I think it's the statue. We've noticed a couple of times on the A-bomb statue, like the timing is just completely off for people holding it. You just get pants down because you're getting slid on both ways. People just don't know the timing when to back up or run away. So hopefully they figure it out by the time we get to land and we get some more mixy 2v2s.
Yep, let's move on to the next clip. Then this was the 2-3 round here. Switch screens here. And this was another troll from Miami. You can see the bomb goes down for Miami here. It's a 3v4 situation. Not so much of a troll, but they do even it out. So it's a 3v3, boom, bomb down. And then I don't even know, like right here, I feel like Miami in this situation, they have to win this round with the bomb down 3v3. These guys got to get traded. I mean, LA Thieves do a good job staying together and working off one another. But I think the biggest thing here, too, is this guy here in the pitch, Lucky. Like, Lucky and Metals are so far from each other, you know? Like, 2v2 situation, 15 seconds left on the clock, and no trades come in. I just feel like the setup was a troll. I thought it was a bad setup for Miami. I just don't like how far apart they are from each other. There's got to be trades here, no?
Well,
Yeah.
Lucky was there for the duration of the round, and I think Metals was the guy that traded him on plat, right? And he jumped down and hit mid-stairs.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like it's just like in order for them to actually get together in this situation, they have to cover a lot of ground in which they don't really know where the remaining LAT player is. So it's just kind of like if he tries to sprint across mid stairs and he ends up being there, like it kind of just if he dies here, we're cooking him. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
It's like
Yeah.
since Lucky's already playing an island, it's kind of hard for them to get together. So I don't mind where their setup eventually ended, but I think at the end of the round, the way he kind of like slid down mid and played for the check was kind of troll, to be honest.
Yeah.
I will say though that my bad, Tom.
No, go ahead,
I,
Chris.
I just want to say that I will say I liked how LAT played the break. Like you pretty much need to retake your plat like every single time you retake this bomb. There's no point in like trying to retake from mid stairs. There's no point of like trying to like heavy go around back P2 because if they get control of this platform like area and they hold it for the majority of the post plant situation, you're not retaking this site unless they mega scam. So like the way that LAT played that was perfection. They actually just had, they went back, they double retook it. They killed the players there. Once they had control of that, like the play is on Miami. They have to come around and check the bomb because there's not really a spot they can plant where they can see it from that P2 area of the map.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure. Personally, for me, I think Lucky should get out of there. I think he should go more towards like pool, Tiki, like just give this up, try and get closer to his teammates and just try and watch the pinch with your team. But I mean, obviously it's all hindsight at the end of the day, you know, in the moment it's a little different. But any final thoughts on that one?
No.
Definitely another Miami troll there, in my opinion. And then we go to the 4-5 round. Keep it pushing. These were close maps. Lucky makes really big plays here. The only thing that I don't get, bro, everybody plays back there. Like people gotta check this. I feel like everybody plays the off angle in the back of the spawn on 6-star. There's so like people just this is how people pick up the pinch. And I know Joe and Kremp, they're checking corners. You can see Joe checking those corners, but me personally, I think now, granted it is a new map, like Pat said, so maybe people just aren't familiar with certain some of these spots, but I like the spot from Lucky. It was a good little spot there in the back, and nobody checked it, and Lucky was able to get a couple kills, so good plays there. And then we get into the round 11, and this is I just kind of wanted to break it down with you guys, see what you guys think. It looks like LA Thieves, they decided to go over towards the B bomb site off the rip, and they go for a fast plant. But after they get the fast plant, they try pushing through mid and trying to make a play through mid lane. Do you guys like that?
Well, hold on. I want to see this. Can we see the beginning of the round? They like Miami was here. Like they
They blind countered it.
Was it actually?
Yeah,
'Cause
there's
I'm like, how the
there's a
fuck-
4v4 blind counter.
Wow, yeah, that's unlucky. I mean, honestly, at that point, yeah, they made a mistake by pushing through mid, but to be fair, like they just ran into
Well,
the entire team.
Miami went A and
100%.
didn't see any nades and was so quiet. And all the tags were landing B. That's why they rotated over. But,
Yeah.
well,
That's all ended up. That's insane to just insta rotate off of like that minimal information. They're like seeing no tax and you're like, fuck it, they gotta be A or B. Excuse me.
How
Like,
did
that's
they
insane.
nade? How did they nade the bomb here? Or did they
I
just
think they
nade
just
it?
made a Tiki, like the backside of Tiki.
Do they have nades? They might have. I don't know. Those are good
They
nades,
stuck,
though.
they stuck some Texas to the backside of the team.
Yeah, those are good nades. Those are really good coordinates. They probably might have even coordinated something there. Really good nades. And then I just don't like the play from Thieves pushing through middle when they're getting the bomb down. I didn't like that much. I thought it was a little rogue.
Yeah, you get an opportunity to back up to your side and play it, no? Like, and just force them to get over the wall and shell
Well,
and shit.
it's not even backing up. Just taking mid map is huge on offense
Yeah.
like that. So if they had just like doubled mid and like held you and held their mid push through, you know they're gonna end up P3 or pinching. So you just have like guaranteed info instead of like trying to take more space. They already gave you the bomb plant almost if they didn't get
Yeah.
nated. But
And then at this point, Lucky's got the streak. He gets the information, and it's an absolute throw from the LA Thieves. They were up, what, 5-2 in the search?
yep.
Yeah.
And they threw that one away. I think Krem said, yeah, we kind of choked. Like, nah, they choked the map, too. They choked. I agree with Sam when it probably should have been a 3-0 here. Jodeci tries to make a play here, but he ends up getting shot in the side. Any final thoughts on the search?
Nope. LAT troll.
Then I want to go into the high-rise control. What can't this propane do?
Oh, here we go.
Miami, they get the clean wipe. Everybody from Thieves, except for one guy, is stuck at a spawn. You're thinking it looks good, but bang! 2 guys go down. The explosion comes in. The kills come in. Everybody goes down. And now look at the mini-map. Now look at where Miami is now after a random fucking explosion on high-rise control. And I know what you're thinking, right? Like, come on, it's just unlucky. You know, there's no way it would happen again. You know, there's no fucking way. And we move over to the next round, the 0-2 round, and it's the same fucking thing. Miami with a clean wipe, but a defense, bang! Another 2 dead, goes down, and that opens up the fucking point now for LA Thieves. Miami, granted, did recover here. They recovered here. They were able to get back on, but it got scary when the propane blew up again because LA Thieves almost had a free 8-point. Yet again, I think we can all agree that the propane needs to go.
I don't
or it
know. I
needs to
think we
be-
leave it in.
But, I
You
mean,
like it, Sam?
Oh, go ahead, Sam.
No, I think we leave it in. We didn't die to it. That's got to be a
It's
skill
not
issue.
even it's not even the propane, right? It's the thing that blows up the propane.
No, it's the propane tank.
That's the propane. And it
But
makes-
isn't there something that blows up the propane
Yeah, those
tank?
little,
that's
those
like
little
if you stun
containers.
it?
The little
those
canisters,
those
yeah.
skinny containers.
Those weren't there back in the day. You actually had to nade the propane tank. That's what's kind of weird. Like,
The issue
Yeah.
with it is does more damage the further you are away from it. That's the fucking
that
problem. You can
also
be on
makes
top
no
of it and it
sense.
won't kill you. But
You
if
can
you're
be-
the furthest radius away and it will touch you, you'll die.
Bro, there's
You'd be
times where,
shouldering. Go ahead, Chris.
there's times where I'm playing rank play and I'm running out of blue and all I hear is and I'm like, nope, I'll run back in, dude.
It's over. That's what I was saying. Like, bro, I feel like in the beginning of the round, just blow it up. Like, if you could,
Yeah.
like, maybe just
Yeah.
blow it up. It might benefit
I
you
don't
to
know, bro.
just-
Late round, you're on defense. Like that A propane, I don't know, man.
Yeah, you
we
might
didn't
wanna
die
keep
to
it.
it. That's all I'm saying. It looks like it's a skill issue on
Did
my
you see the
end.
1v1 when Shotzzy was playing Pred for fun in a 1v1 and he shot the containers a little bit because he knew Pred was chasing him and then the propane blew up like 10 seconds later and hit AG.
We saw Nasty do that a little while ago too. Like I think
it's a
like in the middle of like a
200
stage
IQ
2
play.
qual or something. He like shot it in a clutch.
Yeah. One last clip here in the control. I wanted to bring us to the end here. So I'm just going to let it play out towards the end. Miami's obviously trying to push an overtime here. I just didn't like the way Miami played the final 30 seconds here. It's 6-4. They have a life advantage here. I just felt like it took them so long to make a play. Like when you have numbers like this with only 30 seconds left and you tag this guy up helicopter, don't you think they should be hitting their go buttons onto the 8-point here and like trying to make a play? Worst comes to worst, bro. They trade out some kills and LA Thieves have no lives. Instead, one guy waltz out of B-Dom, Dan Ghosty finds a second, and now you look at this situation, it's a 3v3, but there's no time left. They waited too long. They had their number advantage. They waited so long to make a play, and now they don't have time to even get back in there and do something. I just thought they waited too long. I thought they played slow there. What did you guys think? Go ahead, Chris.
They definitely waited too long. I mean, I'm gonna be honest, like if you just go blue and you throw a shoulder and you don't see him on the right side of the shack or in the shack,
Hey, get on A.
and if the point is white, because you can see the little arrows, if the point is white, just slide out, check helicopter stairs, because that's like probably the only place he's gonna be if he's playing his exit out of blue. You take that gunfight, you win the gunfight, or there's nobody there, get on the point. Like
They tagged them up too,
you
Chris.
they could have got so much, like they could have easily got the information that they knew that A was free, or at the very least, the player watching it is probably going to be Heli Steps, and he was. So like, it's I don't know. They're just not thinking. There's just so much information they can get to make that play, and they just didn't.
Yeah, I would have gotten on the point here. Ben, what do you think should have happened here? You agree? You think that Miami should have put the gas pedal down here a little bit, or do you like the way they played it? They tried to go for like a slow, coordinated push, which some people might like better. Instead of trying to go for a rush play, maybe just, hey, everybody slow it down. There's not a lot of time. We don't have a lot of lives. Let's try and do a coordinated push. What do you think, Ben?
I think when you know they have 4 lives left, like get your info group up and chow and get the trades, and you know they're eventually going to be in a situation where there's 1 or 2 dudes left and you win the round. Especially when you only have like 12, 15 seconds left.
Yeah, I agree. I think the time is like your friend here. If you're Miami, like you can just fucking go for it, work a few trades, and you're good. I mean, Sam Pat.
Wait, hold on, Tom.
Yeah.
Sorry to cut you off.
No, go
I
ahead.
think it's the opposite. I think time is not their friend in this situation. They don't have the time to play slow and play for picks. They have to push. They have to chow. They have to get on and stop this clock. No.
Yeah. You're right. I said that wrong. For sure. You're right.
All good.
Yeah, you're right. I meant in that for me, bro. For me, Miami just need to play faster and just use your numbers
100%,
and just trade.
100%,
Like
yeah.
just trade. You have numbers. There's not a lot of time here. Just go there, trade, and then worst comes to worst, if they go fast enough, they have enough time to have a second push. Which they didn't have. Any thoughts, Sam or Chris, on any of this stuff? Any
No,
thoughts?
I mean you're already on offense, so the onus is on you to make a play. So I think it's just what Ben said. They need a group. You're probably gonna end up needing a 2-piece from somebody, but you're gonna need a play regardless. So I think you just slide out, especially no lives, and just stop the time and try to get a trade.
Yeah,
That's exactly how it should go.
I agree. Pat, you doing okay over there on that cell phone?
I'm doing great, Tom. I'm ready to see the medals take over on Rio, though.
Yeah,
here
I'm
we
gonna be
go.
honest. We could go through the Rio if you want. I didn't have much in the Rio. They kind of got slammed.
The Rio
in
was
the
a disaster class on LAT. They
Yeah.
got slammed.
We could talk about it. I mean, what were your thoughts on the Rio, Sam? I didn't have any clips for that one.
There's not much to talk about,
I
bro.
didn't think there
Miami
was much
like
to talk
through and
about either.
through, rotations breaking, everything. They
Were
just
a step
slammed
ahead
them.
the whole map.
Yeah.
It's the Miami we've wanted to see on Rio. It's suited to their game style, suited their aggressive play, and we've seen them troll. In the past, we watched them play like they get off to good starts and they troll P3s and P4s and let the game get out of hand on the first, second rotation. But in this one, I think they controlled it pretty good start to finish. I love the small manipulation they had in the team coordination. It was a good rebound to force us 1-5.
Yeah.
You guys see this is their clear best hardpoint map?
It's their most played. so
Rio,
I-
yeah. I think
Like-
Rio's Miami's best map. It just fits them. It just fits their play
You know,
style.
yeah,
Like
that's
they
what I'm
like to
saying,
play.
but
Like they like when it's hectic. They like when it's fast paced. That's where they like to live, Slay. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
I kind of assume this is just going to get vetoed, though, right? Like, why give
You
them
would
this
think.
map?
Yeah,
It's their most played, their most reps. They're obviously one of their best. Like, just get it out, and then they're kind of like, I mean, it's 3-0 all day versus the Miami Heretics.
yeah.
I think, Pat, I think what we're noticing, and we'll probably see in the New York series, I think a couple of teams amongst the top 4 and some of the mid pack, like they're either uncomfortable at a 6-star or a Vista, so they're prioritizing getting that map out until maybe they feel more comfortable. That's how you're giving someone like a Miami an opportunity to get Rio hardpoint in. I don't know what the vetoes were from Thieves in this series. We want to take a look because I'm not really sure what they banned, but
Sam
I've
might
seen that
know.
a couple
Sam, do you know
times.
what they banned?
I don't remember off the top of my head. No.
I want to go into the last map S&D here because there was a few rounds here that I was just a little confused about. One of them was the 2-0 round here for the LA Thieves. I was so confused here because they had the info here. Like, Joe makes a good play. Like, he finds a kill on the pinch, and it's a 3v3 situation. Right here, Joe spots number 2 across the map. So I'm thinking right here, just hit either single out the guy core. Me personally, I would hit these guys immediately on the site. Like, I don't even think Dan should be turning around looking for this guy. I think they should all collapse on site and just use their numbers and kill these 2 guys. How would you guys play this situation? Do you like Dan playing that kill? Because then I think
that
Dan,
guy's a freebie.
yeah, he gets a freebie, but then they don't have the site, and then they lose, and then Vico wins this
Well,
1v1.
I think they go without Dan though is the problem. Like I think they should 100% get that kill because I think it was Lucky. They have no clue or he has no clue that he's been spotted. So I think getting the freebie and then waiting that extra like 2 seconds for Dan to just get in the play again is
Yeah,
what should
like
have
give it
happened.
more time. Yeah, I
Like
see
you
what you're
got a
saying.
good amount of time. There's like mid 20 seconds left. Like
Yeah.
you got time to work
You
these
could
trades.
definitely do that. You can either
Yeah.
wait for Dan, get the freebie, and then push together, or just hit the bomb site, kill the 2 guys on site, and then the guy's out of the play. Just hop the bomb,
Yeah.
move over them, and it's over. Like you could do either, in my opinion. What do you guys think, Chris, Pat, Ben? You got anything to say on that? I mean, that's probably how I would play the situation. I thought they trolled here. They had the info and they had the numbers, and they kind of fucked up here. Good play from Miami though. Real made the play here.
Yeah, I just think they had good positioning and they probably just mistimed it. Regardless, I think both of you are right. They could have done either or. It's just, good plays on Miami and it didn't work out.
Yeah. So then that happens that round, and then we go into the 3-1 round. Now, I'll be honest. Real,
Is this the streak round?
best player
Yeah,
on
this is
Miami in
tough.
my opinion, but one of the dumbest plays I've ever seen. Let's lock. Let's see what's going on. Real in a 1v3 situation with 18 seconds left. If he would have called the streak initially, maybe, but he calls it way too late. I just feel like in a 1v3 with 20 seconds left, and it took him like a few seconds to even call it, he's got to know there's no way he's getting that cruise missile down in time. I mean, that was definitely a waste of a cruise. And they could have really used that going through the rest of the map. They could have that cruise missile could have came in handy.
Chat saying he tweeted that he accidentally called it.
Oh, I didn't know that. He tweeted that?
Apparently, unless
No
we're getting multiple
way.
guide.
But I mean, it still goes the other way though.
That's
Nah, hold on.
tough.
How do you accidentally?
Yeah.
call
I don't know
the
how
cruise
you
missile?
accidentally
That's
called
all
it.
you're-
That doesn't
I don't
entirely
believe it either
excuse
way.
it.
Was
Even if
trying
he
to-
said
was
that, I don't believe
Was he
it.
trying to ping?
I don't know how you accidentally hit your D-pad to streak.
Yeah, that's. I don't know how you do that either. Wait, did he tweeted that?
That's
he
what
did.
chat's saying.
That's
He definitely misread the situation and tried to call it in. If that's I guess that's a
Yeah,
misplay, not an accident.
accidentally is crazy.
yeah. And then we go into the 4-4, and I mean, is there anything else to really say? Let's just play it out and just take a look at what happened here. 4-4, game all tied up. Miami working the trades. 1v3 situation for Dan Ghosty. $100 on the line for Luigi here. And Dan Ghosty pops a 1v3 three-piece. This was disgusting from Dan. There's one, there's two, throws attack out, slides the corner, finds the third. Single push after single push for Miami. No trades. Dan breaks him down. What'd you guys think?
You called it.
Two.
You called it.
Sam, I called that in the moment,
You
right?
called
I
that.
called that shit when it happened. I called it. Just great individual play from Dan. I mean, what else is there to say? I feel like after that, just the momentum was chalked. He 1v3s. LA Thieves go up 5-4, and the last round they make it look fairly easy as well. They actually just decide to just hit B out. Here, I'll actually show what happens here in the last and final round. But they decide to go over towards B. Vickle's all by himself over here. You can see the arrows here from Thieves. It's Vickle who gets picked, which in my opinion, Vickle has got to try and do the best he can to stay down there. As soon as he gets picked, this round's over. He gets picked. The B site opens up and just kind of skim through it a little bit. Bomb goes down. Miami trying to make a play to the front. And then, thank God, Lucky went around mid-map. And Dan Ghosty finished off this kill. It's an absolute pleasure. LA Thieves, they get the 3-2 victory over the Miami Heretics. Gentlemen, any last and final thoughts on the series?
No, sir. LAT 5-1 in game 5s.
Yep. Pat, any final thoughts, Pat?
This just shouldn't have been close time, and I think Miami is fucked.
Damn. Fucked. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
I don't know if I agree. Like,
But what's their schedule?
so they got Optic in New York coming up. That's going to be tough.
LL.
But they
Hey,
got
whoa,
Seattle-
whoa. Maybe not.
Maybe
LL.
not the New York. I don't know. We'll
Yeah.
talk about them. We'll
They
get
got
there.
Seattle and LAG. So like there is still a chance for them because they got one win to get 2 out of those and then be 3-4 and then be in. Like, I mean, obviously you're gonna have to play probably a FaZe or a Toronto or an Optic in round 1 and lose, but at least you can make winners bracket. And for I think LA Thieves, they have a very favorable schedule to split, so I think the Thieves might be racking up some 10 points quite often over the next few weeks.
I got them
Carolina,
going
Rocker,
winless.
Boston, Seattle, next 4.
I got winless. What do you guys got?
Miami?
You got winless for
Yeah.
Miami?
I don't think they beat Surge or Carolina or LAG.
I think they win one. I think they
I think
win
they got,
one.
I think they got one at least.
Can't tell you who it is, but I don't think it matters.
What about New? You really don't think they have a chance against New York, Pat? After what we see?
No, I think they finished 1-6. They're
They'll
1-2.
be
They
1-6.
lose the next
Yeah.
4.
That'd be
Yeah.
1-6.
That's not good at all. They haven't even won a map on land yet, which I think.
Yeah, they're winless on land, guys. Like Real's, I don't think Real's moving that needle.
Really? I think he's moved the needle a lot for them. I will be honest.
No,
Pat.
they have
the
looked better.
winless on land needle. Tom. I think
Okay,
this team
okay.
just gets a little
That's fair.
nervous under the lights.
They have looked
Um,
better though, for sure.
You
with
could maybe
Real.
speak
Yeah.
to that, Tom, but
Of course, like, through experience. What
Yeah,
happened the
yeah,
next 3 maps, Pat?
not what's going to happen for the Miami Heretics.
Oh, shit.
All right, let's move on, guys. Let's move on. Let's go to the next series of the day. We had a banger here. We have Optic Texas going up against the Vegas Legion. This was a 3-0 victory over Vegas. Obviously, Asim coming into the lineup for Vegas. And today, We'll scroll down. It was a 0.6. Oh, man. Not what you want to see. It's a nightmare for me. But, guys, Vegas, they come in probably, one of the worst series we've seen all time, just in general. I'm not saying just like Vegas. I'm just saying in general, something was going on this series, bro. Something was going on.
This is a 420 series through and through, bro. This is a 420
even
series.
Shotzzy was cooking up in the interview. Even Shotzzy was tripping. I'm going to pull up the interview. I'm going to pull up some things that Shotzzy said at the end. But go ahead, Ben. Were you going to say something?
Bro, I mean, this is not only a 420 series. We're not talking about the blunt. We're not talking about the pen. We're talking about the dab pen here. I think everybody on Vegas took the dab pen because they weren't moving all in this series. And you'll get to it with the interview. I think he had quite a few things to say, and the rest of the team tweeted out about it.
Yeah, I mean, let's just rip the Band-Aid off. Asim definitely got pooped on for his debut. He got pooped on.
He said he got shit on in the listening map 1.
He did.
He wasn't lying.
He did say that. Yeah,
He was not lying.
Listening. He had a rough series here today, and he's gonna have to step it up if this team wants to get dubs. Granted, it is a new roster, but
But hold on though, not to cut you off. Apologies, but I also think we need to review these clips because I think there were a lot of opportunities that I saw in this series where it seemed like Vegas is not reacting off of any information at all.
No, I mean, there's definitely a lot of plays that we got to talk about for sure.
Yeah,
but
and a lot of situations, especially map 1, where I felt like Asim was the one playing hill time and his teammates were off doing bullshit, or Asim was the one last off a spawn rotating and a guy in front of him was hitting the last 20 on a P2. Like there were a number of situations in map 1 I think Asim got set up, but map 2 and map 3 I think he definitely had opportunities to step up for sure, just to kind of give context to things.
Yeah, Sam, Optic Texas, they get the 3-0 victory. I actually thought Optic, again, I thought their guns looked hot. They were definitely shooting hot. Definitely an awkward series for them. I think Shotzzy in the interview, they felt like they were trying to adapt to Vegas.
I think they played down today.
Yeah, they played down.
I think, genuinely, this was one of the most egregiously awful. Because when I do the watch party, I really don't actually watch the game. I watch the mini map the majority of the time, and I'm telling you, I felt like I ran a marathon after these 3 maps. I genuinely think Optic was so fucking bewildered by what was happening that they started to play down because they didn't play well either. Let's be honest. This was very oddly losable on their end as well. Even if Vegas was trolling, whatever they want to say about it. But AG had a fucking crazy series today.
Yeah, he did.
And we're gonna go over obviously clips from the series, but we could watch 50 clips from this series and break them down because there was just a genuine look of bewilderment on my face for the entirety of it. It's insane.
It's good, Sam, to see a 1.4 from AG because one, we know what this guy can do, man. He's here on this roster for a reason. And I feel like there's been obviously just a lot of a buzz around his name. The Damon clip.
People just want more out of him lately.
They want more out of him, and they know what they can get from him, and this was it, right? This is what you want to see from him, and he played great today. This is the pred that the Green Wall wants.
He had 2 just off the top of my head, the ending, which I think you probably have the clips, but the last P2, he had an insane 3-piece bailout, and then the round in the S&D was fucking insane.
This is the superstar performance, Tom.
Yeah, it is a superstar performance from him, Pat. I mean, Pat, what did you think about the series? Optic get the 3-0 victory. First couple maps were a little tight towards the end. I feel like Optic ran away with it towards the end of the Karachi, and the S&D was kind of back and forth, but pretty comfortable for Optic. What did you think of the series,
I only watched 2 maps of this, Tom, and it was the worst COD I've ever seen.
Wait, which 2 did you watch?
Was it the
I
first?
watched game 1.
Yeah,
and game 3.
1 was fucking crazy.
Those were the bangers.
Game 1 didn't make any sense. Have we ever seen a Karachi go to with such low time like that? Almost go to time? Have we ever seen?
I think there was a collective 10 seconds on P4s for the whole game.
Well, that hill is fucking atrocious, bro. That hill is terrible.
Bro, some would say, bro, I think Vegas today were playing for checkouts, bro. They were just trying to find Shotzzy and kill him as many times as they could, just see if they could check him out and stop him from making those crazy plays, but it didn't do them any favors in winning the game.
Yeah, agreed.
What were you gonna say, Ben? Sorry.
No, I'm saying it was 80 to 70 after the first fucking rotation. I don't know what Karachi I was watching with the amount of
well, it's the bro. It's the P4. The P4s are so shit,
They're
bro.
So shit.
That hill should just be blown up, bro.
First P3 was also really bad too.
Yeah, it not as bad. P4's out in the open, bro. I almost feel like on a P4, you shouldn't even get in the hill on rotate. You should try and play for a clean wipe or try and play for kills first before you get in, because if you try and soak any time on that hill, it's gonna be tough, bro. Especially if you
The
don't have any
thing-
map control. You need map control for that hill.
You're getting hill time in between waves of kills.
Yeah,
That's literally what
exactly.
you're doing. It's that hill is fucking terrible.
It's like one of the only hills I've ever seen that requires a perfect setup to soak. It's not like you can make it work with like a variety of different ways to play it. It's like if you don't have every kill and like where everyone should be ideally, you're not soaking
Yeah,
time.
and what Damon said is so true. Like, bro, all people do in that rotation is they just sit chicken coop and just camp corner. I remember Dylan Attach was doing it today. He was just sitting chicken coop and just sitting there. Bro, everybody plays for that last 10 seconds on that P3, just the whole
You have to
chicken
hit
coop.
P3
Yeah, you
every
have to,
time,
'cause you need
regardless of
control
what
that
side.
side of
You
the
have
map.
to hit it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like, they might need to blow that hill up and just go to 4 hills or move it somewhere else. But any thoughts on the series before we move into some of the clips, guys?
Any clips?
Yeah, we're definitely going to have to tune in and see what's going on here. First and foremost, I want to go to the P3 play. This was the play, Ben, I think you were talking about, where you can see here there's 30 seconds left. Asim hits this route here to try and make a play up the middle of the map. So Asim's going for a flip here. He's going for a rotation. He's trying to flip these spawns. We thought it was a little weird that Optic was playing slow here. I know some of the Optic guys are in the chat, so if they want to help us out here, maybe they can let us know. But it was weird seeing Shotzzy just sit there, right? Like just kind of hold red. Maybe he thought somebody was there. It looked like they were playing for somebody red or looking for somebody. And then they end up trying to make a play, and obviously it's too late. I do believe Optic get in here though and make this scrappy. Yeah, they end up breaking this here. What happened to Vegas here? How does Asa make this play? How did they not soak up time here? What the heck happened here? You can see the Optic, they're pinching in, the spawns come in. Yeah, no, Optic just got the spawns, the pinches were there, and they played aggressive, bro. And that's what I feel like what Shotzzy was talking about in his interview is like, instead of playing for like those cuts mid-map and cutting red, like they just flood hill. Like they have info, they know somebody's that old, they use their numbers off spawn and just get aggressive on the hard point. But what did you guys think about the play there? Asa takes the route and they still don't get the time.
I was gonna say, to be fair, out of Vegas, they made a good play because they kind of acknowledged that Optic would pretty much be potentially waiting for them to push out a red on that rotation. So they just like ended up taking routes that avoided it, and they got by, and then they got the initial setup. But then after that, what is going on? Yo, Asim's just sitting there like, yo, I got right. Like, somebody get into the hill, and nobody got in the hill.
Kenny
And then
said,
Optic,
I was confused on where the fuck they were since people usually push off old. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
It looked like you guys didn't know where they were. It looked like you guys were looking for something.
They juked it out. I mean, they honestly made a good play, to get through by basically just taking that route through mid and maybe through third. But after that, Asim's probably just like, yo, I got red. Somebody get in the hill. Optic realizes that the hill's white, and if the hill's white, you pretty much have the go button to sprint through mid alley, because usually the guy that's on hill is the guy that's spotting the mid alley like push out, right? So they just run straight through the middle of the map.
Yeah,
Like,
no,
they did the
actually
same
did.
thing.
I mean, they did a good job because they knew somebody was coming off of old. I mean, they played really aggressive right there. It was good plays from Optic. Any thoughts there, Sam or Power? Any thoughts on that clip there?
No, everyone blacked out on the rotation.
They blacked
dude.
out.
Yeah.
Everyone blacked out on rotation. That's when I knew that we were in for a banger right there.
Absolute
Right
prime mark
there.
of a series right there.
And then we hop in to the next one. This is the P5 break for Optic. So just take a look here at, this is where Asim says he gets shit on, right? In the listening.
Yeah.
This is the P5. You can see Vegas. They're already there. They're already set up. You have Asim who's top red. You have a guy who's behind the car in P5. Somebody blocking spawn. Somebody chicken coop. They're perfectly set up here. They're definitely playing for a P5 roto, but look at how this ends up breaking. Dashy turns the corner, gets the headshot onto Asim.
Wait, this
smokes
is a
him.
terrible fucking setup.
Yeah, I meant like they had rotation.
No, I'm not. It wasn't a jab at you. I'm just like looking at it and thinking out loud. Like Asim's in red, Nero's in garage. Like
Yeah, this is terrible.
he is baiting the shit out of 6. So they could just go top. Like the ideal way to break a P5 is go top 3 and back the guys down so they can't hold the red push out on the cars. So your people in red can actually chow through.
Yeah.
And Nero's just baiting the shit out of his team all the time because he's holding low.
Also,
And
Asim's
Asim's pushed out into red anyway.
Yeah, I was gonna say Asim's also playing at an angle. He's not getting any aim assists like hugging that couch that way.
Yeah,
well, Brandon
it's-
is gonna come around the corner and get perfect.
But you don't
aim
get
assists.
aim
That's
assist
that hide
here?
and seek, bro.
Well, no, when you're hugging it like that, absolutely fucking not. I've gotten turned on playing this angle. So, like, it's bad.
Hey, I didn't know you didn't get aim
I mean, you
assists
could
there.
tell. You could tell by his aim, bro. Did you see that shit?
No, you
Like,
could tell. Yeah, you could tell.
He got fucking turned on. Like,
Yeah.
but honestly, like, I don't like the way they played it.
They're too
I
far
personally-
apart, guys. They're way too far apart from each other.
I personally on this rotation like to push out red. Like I think they should have played weaker around the back and maybe had like more red control. I don't know if they really had the timing for that because I obviously can't see the rest of the clip. But regardless, the way they played this was fucking terrible.
Yeah. It's because you want to know why it's bad because they're pushing out red. They're challenging out red. Like Asim's challenging red. You have people challenging the back. You have a guy who's not even on the point, like just trying to like look at bottom red. And then they all lose their ones. Like they're not in a setup where they can help each other. And that I think that's the most important thing. Like if you're gonna rotate to a hill and try and set up and get a full 60, everybody needs to be in positions where you can help each other, crossfire with each other, pick up trades, or at least be able to see crosses for each other. Right, like if somebody look at like right where number 1 is Kenny, like if he's looking, if somebody from Vegas was doing this and looked at the back cross, they could see the cross and then maybe comment to somebody who's sitting in P3 or something. You know, like work with each other, like try and play tight, try and play for info. Here it just seemed like Asim played a 1v1 in front. Somebody was playing a 1v1 chicken coop. You had one guy in the back, one guy in hill. They were just all over the place. It just seemed like the setup was terrible.
Wait till we get to some of the other hills after this, because
You can watch every hill in this map.
The theme kept continuing. It wasn't just this one.
You can watch all
Well,
of them.
which one do you want to see? Because I don't know if I didn't write down every hill, but if there's a specific hill that you want to see,
rotation to the second P3. That one's also.
I have that one. I have that.
Yeah.
We're gonna get there. And then the next one here, I just want to actually highlight Dylan Attach's play here going into the second rotation. I think Dylan making this play bridge here is such a heads up play. Look how early.
Yeah, this is great.
Look how early he gets here too. So with 25 seconds left on the clock, you can see Dylan immediately. He knows, he's reading the situation. Like he knows it's gonna go back to P1. He understands that picking up bridge is gonna funnel Optic. And not only does he pick up kills, but he just buys so much time. Like he gets one kill there, bridge, and then just to see how the rest of this plays out. Like Optic, they get a kill onto Asim, but Dylan Attach just slows down this whole push. You can see how he does it. Shotzzy tries to make a play, pops a deadie. Dylan wins the fight. Somebody else tries to push him. He wins a second one. And then Kenny finally is able to take him down. But just the heads up play to not get tunnel vision there, turn around, get bridge control, and just buy some time for his teammates. I thought that was a heads up play from Dylan Attach. It kept Vegas in this game.
100%.
Agreed. And then Optic kind of starts solo pushing for the rest of this P1 so Vegas can, or they ended up, Vegas can hold. But it was a good play by Dill. When you cut off like the entire AC side of the map, bridge, everything, you could just look like basically yellow and red, and the guys on hill don't have to worry about anything.
Wait, hold on. Based on that, what's happening right now, Vegas is about to hold this. Surely, right?
Surely you would think that.
Surely you would think.
You would think that. Sorry, let me pull up another clip before.
Well, this is where the next clip is. That's like, I think it's like right before this. This is where AG just calls game for the most part.
So I don't want to go over time, of course. Don't want to go over time here. Okay, but let's tune in. Let's switch scenes and let's get right back into it. So this is the P2. Duarte, I completely agree with you. Looking at the minimap, you're thinking there's no way you get broken here. This is when Asim played this spot here, Sam, that we were talking about. Like, oh man,
yeah, this is
like
a pure one and done.
This is tough. He gets caught out mid, and I just didn't like the spot from Asim. I think he should have played.
I want to go back a little bit, Tom. I want to go back and see what they did on the rotation, because right here they cut off this player. Okay, number 8 just leaves his boy to fucking dry, basically. That's literally what happened. They needed a play to help that guy get off old. I personally think that
you don't think he should have backed up there?
Optic, no. He should have played to like at least hold like top red. He should have got into top red. There's 2 places on this
I feel like
map
he could have died if he tries to go red here.
It's a risky play.
He didn't have the timing looking at it now, but like if you like go back, he probably had timing to just jump into red earlier in the round or earlier.
I feel like backing up here really isn't that bad, to be honest.
Either way,
he gets tagged up here. He gets tagged up. He's staying down right now. He's staying down.
Because if he dies here, they are fucked.
Yeah, well, I mean, either way, I just think there's 2 places on this map that you need to protect with your fucking life on this setup, and one of them is red. Yeah. And also, Optic is not stupid. They're gonna spawn out. They're gonna realize that there's a player already P2, and they're gonna set up, and they're just gonna go around mid. Like they're not prepared for Optic's pressure. And Optic plays this like perfectly to the point where they just literally take the routes and they flip the map on its head.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, AG's read right here was so good, by the way.
Yeah, AG makes the heads up play. He just recognizes the spawns behind him, especially when his teammates come off spawn. I'm sure they're making the comms like, yo, we're spawning back here.
Yeah.
Turn around, they're spawning red on you. And instead of like tunnel visioning and like running at the hill, he understands to just take his time, play spawners, and he makes the play. He's able to get in here and soak up some of this time. He wins another big one-on-one here too as well. So great shots coming in from AG. And then we get to the next clip. This is the one where there was no rotations from Vegas.
Well, you're watching it right now.
I know, but
We gotta
yeah,
flip,
I know, I
Ben.
know.
you know, just let me work
Well,
here, Ben. I don't want to get in trouble.
It's,
You know
it's
what I'm
all
saying?
good. It's all good. It's all good.
Then we get into the next one here. This is this right here is where the rotations don't come. So you see the spawns come up from Vegas. You see one, Dylan spawns up, Asim spawns up. They decide to hit this ult, and Asim goes for the rotation here. We kind of thought that maybe all of them should have initially just rotated off spawn. What do you guys think? How do you guys think they should have played that there?
Yeah, I 100% agree. I think double hitting ult is fine in this situation because you have that junk spawn secured for the rotation regardless. Dill hitting it's kind of trouble going like top right here.
I think even here, like even, I mean, maybe not so much 6 and 7 because there's still 30
There's a
seconds
lot.
left.
Yeah,
there's a lot of time.
You gotta hit this.
I think right here, once Dylan spawns up, maybe, go left. He ends up climbing the ladder, and then Asim comes off spawn. I just think if they had 2 guys at this next hill, maybe there would have been a chance there for them to hold. And we know how important P3 is.
It's the end of the game.
It's the end of the game. Optic can't win on P2. You get the closed junk spawn. I thought they were going to try and make a play here. A little bit of a misplay there from Vegas. They should have both. Dylan should have probably rotated there with Asim, and then.
Dylan also played I don't know if maybe Asim felt the pressure and he was calling for the crossfire with Asim, but then Dylan also made a play that gave Optic so much space here. He's watching like a deep cross to this square, and he's giving.
Well, I think he saw Ant cross originally, which is why he ends up where he is. Like he sees Ant. I think low
him
coop.
turning and playing this kill is a good play at this point.
Yeah, that's a good play.
Because everybody dies around him. He knows they're coming through red.
He left his boy out to dry though. Like that's what I'm saying. Like they don't really have a great crossfire to help Asim out there. If he wins one, maybe, but.
Yeah, it was a mistake there from Dill, in my opinion. He probably should have rotated there and made something happen. But Optic, they end up getting back into this P3, and this is pretty much where they win it. I mean, Vegas, they get funneled here, and they couldn't really break into this one. So this one's all she wrote. Any thoughts on that clip, guys? Sam, Pat, Chris, any thoughts on that?
This whole map took years off my life.
Yeah, we were losing fucking composure watching this shit, bro. Pat, any thoughts?
Yeah, I was just gonna ask. Do you think Vegas is watching this and actually going over it in a way that they're getting better? Do you think they're just chalking this map up to be like, wow, that was the dumbest map we've ever played?
Ken's a moron. No, I don't think any. I think neither team is going to watch a millisecond of that series.
So I figured.
Yeah.
Because bro, I always defend Vegas. I have in the past, and I will continue to do so. I think they have very good respawn systems. That what I watched today was the polar opposite. That was Seattle Surge level respawn, which I mean, I guess is enough to be New York. But Vegas is a very, very good hardpoint team systematically. They do the right shit. They go the right way. That was the complete opposite of everything that I've watched this year from them. So I don't want to chalk it up, but you're not watching that series and getting anything constructive from it.
What if they're secretly horrible and Purjay was just leading the charge?
You think he was the glue?
Directing the crowd.
You think he was the glue?
Nah. Purjay was directing traffic.
He's on FC Black. You know what that means, Slay.
He was IGL.
This might be an Asim cameo for a little bit, and then Purge comes in after the ZooMaa boot camp.
No way. You think so? But Asim went through the boot camp too. Think about Kremp and Joe Deceive, Sam. They went through the boot camp as well. And look at them.
God,
they're flourishing.
Bro, you might need to get a percent. You're half the CDL.
Yeah,
and
the problem is
Gio, Sam.
It did
And
drop
Gio.
0.7 today.
Asim's went through so many boot camps, though. I don't know if we can count that one only, He's
That's
been
fair.
through 10 of those.
Yeah,
for
but
every team.
Yeah, nah, facts. I mean, but the way he performed at FC Black, I feel is the reason why he even got back in. You know what I mean? People were making changes. But let's move on. Let's go to the S&D. Let's go to the 1-2 round. This is just a good heads-up play coming in from Shotzzy. New York, they actually make the play here. They push through tank. They make it a 4v2 situation. New York. I saw the white arrows instead New York. Vegas Legion. Vegas Legion hit mid. They get 2 kills. Hey, Shotzzy, with his timings, as always, this is just what he does. He finds those gaps. He was able to find 2, just flanking in behind him, and then he ends up wrapping the map here. And then you just see the play that he makes. He's in a 1v2 situation. Vegas Legion, they wait too long to try and get this bomb down, and Shotzzy takes advantage of it. Did Dylan black out there? You said he blacked out.
I don't know. I got to talk to Dill. I don't know what the fuck he was looking for.
What was he looking at, bro?
I don't know. Is he trying to look for a trophy?
or something? Is he looking for something?
He's trying to look for gold in the dirt.
I don't know what Dill is doing, bro.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not
No,
sure what
he
happened.
was looking in the wall direction all the time while play back.
He looks like he got jump scared.
Yeah.
He got
Nah,
jump
bro.
scared.
He was looking at the ground, bro. I swear to God.
Yeah, he is down. He's looking down. I don't know
I
what.
mean,
I think-
he must have took some shrooms before this, bro.
I think maybe the only
420.
thing is he thinks that maybe Ant pinched all the way around and like he's gonna pinch ice cream or
you
like
can't
went
even
on the
see
street.
that shit from where he died.
But in this
No, I don't-
situation,
honestly,
shouldn't Asen
only
just
thing I
play
can think
behind
of-
bomb and then
Yes.
if you're Dylan, just play behind tractor and just call it a day?
Yeah.
You know, but
Either
maybe
way.
I don't know. Maybe the Dylan thought he could get shot from ice cream
Bro,
or
they
like
should've-
back
they should
wall.
have planted A 3 years ago, bro. They were just so scared. They
Yeah,
thought they
they
were gonna
took
get
too
pinched
long.
in. Like they're fucking paranoid, bro. I think Shotzzy actually had this team like paranoid, so they just like refused to make plays like decisively this entire
Yeah,
series.
well, that's what Shotzzy does, bro. Even if he's dropping 0.8, 0.9s, you're always just worried about where he is on the map and what he's doing because he's just always flanking or always making a play or always hitting a gap. So he just breaks down the whole setup right there. Good plays from Shotzzy. The 1v2
Isn't that like
ace.
the opposite of what you want to do when Ant's playing like that? Like if you're playing like Creds and playing corners, you're giving Ant gaps instead of playing good team like fundamental COD and like figuring out the trades and then trying to figure out when Ant's last alive, you can challenge him. Like, isn't that sort of the opposite of what you want to do?
Yeah, it's a lot easier said than done, I feel like, to keep track of
100%.
them. But, I mean, I feel like in-game, like, Shotzzy will get a kill and then switch lanes, and it's just hard to keep up. It's just what he does. It's what makes him so good. Then we get into the next one. We got the 2-2 round. This is where Pred, I mean, bro, Dylan lights Bruce up. Bruce is one shot here. AG stands on top of the chank and Eagle chows Dylan attach here. This was an insane chow here from AG. That was a crazy shot. If he loses that, Dylan probably clutches that, right? He had Bruce one
he has the
shot.
opportunity to.
You know, Bruce is still behind the tractor, bro. You have walls behind the tractor. Like it's like broken.
Unless you're Jamie with a rival, like you could probably win that.
Yeah, 100% Jamie with a rival. No, that's a crazy straight of Jamie. That's a crazy straight. And then we go over to the 3-3 round. This was a Shotzzy troll, I think. I don't know why he jumped up on a dumpster here. I think he was going to check under him. Like, he probably thought somebody was laying behind it. But I think next time he should just slide the corner and check it instead of jumping on the dumpster because he gets seen from dark, and then he ends up going down. And then it's a 3v4 situation pretty early. Bomb is dropped. Somebody does get picked. It's Dylan mid-map. You can see AG. He gets to that mid-tank, gets that map control. And then you can just see how the rest of this kind of plays out. Again, it's just Optic. They try and push through here, which I thought was interesting. They try to make a play on Asim, which I don't mind because he's shooting. He's got his back turned. Somehow Asim was able to win that gunfight. So he's able to win it against AG, and then Nero wins another one against Kenny. What do you think went wrong there? It was a 3v3 situation for Optic. You think they just took too long?
Bro,
Like,
what
it
is
was too long.
bro? They are fucking fried, bro. Look at Kenny. He jumps on top of the courtyard and he starts chasing this guy.
Like right here, boom, right? AG, right? He slides mid-tank, right? He goes mid-tank. He has a slide. He's really nice shots there onto Dylan. Boom. He gets mid-tank. Right here, I think should just get the bomb down, no? Slide,
Yes.
bomb, plant. Four's got your street. AG's got your mid. Get the bomb down. Boom, boom, boom. And then you just get out of there, play your life, and you're good. And instead, they kind of just wait around. They're trying to play kills. They probably thought Vegas was going to try and make a play on bomb and try and shoot him off the bomb. But they had everything cut. Like, they had AG mid, and they had somebody street. So I thought maybe right there, if they just got the bomb down, it would have been a good play. But they just waited a little too long and kind of collapsed in front of them. What do you guys think? You guys agree with me there or no?
Yeah, they just waited too long and then they just felt the pressure. So they all tried to make a play and like they all made separate plays and it didn't work out. Look, Ken chases this guy Water Street that he has weak. Pred hits out dark, like mid map's open. Like they just waited too long and then Vegas read the like play. They collapsed on all different angles and it just didn't work out.
Yeah. And then, of course, the time is just slowly ticking and it ends up going down all the way down. And Optic, they run out of time there. So good round there from the Vegas Legion. Then we go into the 4-4 round. Right here, this is the Pred Ace. So let's just take a look and see what happens here. AG finds one, goes into CD, turns the corner, turns and burns onto Asim there behind the dumpster. Then look at what this guy's doing, bro. This guy's literally all over the fucking map, bro. Then he wins another one onto Dylan attach. He jumps the corner. Sam, what gun is that?
I don't think he hit him one time and he died.
Bro, that was the weirdest gunfight. He turns, he
He hit
hit
him
fires,
one
and then
time.
he wall bangs him.
Just dead.
It was so weird. And then Gio, 1v1 situation. He kills the bomb carrier. Sam, I was saying in the moment, I like this play. You were saying you
hate this
didn't.
play.
You wanted him to square up with bomb down.
I don't want him to square, but like you have
Play
guaranteed
closer.
info in a 1v1, and we'll see it happen again in the New York series. When you have guaranteed info in a 1v1, I think playing it in a way that like you can use that info to your advantage is always a better idea. Like AG's in DVD, he has to make a move for the bomb. He lets him get bomb down.
That was a crazy win
And,
too.
I mean, AG hits a crazy read and stays on bomb.
I
But
don't think he played it terribly.
I
don't
liked
like
it
at
personally.
all.
I liked it personally. I thought he got shit on here. I thought AG just won a crazy fight. The thing right here, like, think Gio like tried to back up. He played the cross to A, and he knew that the presence was on him. He knew that he had bomb dropped. I think if he wins that fight, I don't know. That was a great fight from AG there. That was a tough win, and I agree with you saying that was a good read from Pred.
Yeah, to
Like,
stay
the
on
fact that
bomb. If he gets up, he's just dead.
It's
I don't know
over
if he
with.
was low key. This is like 700 IQ. I don't know if it was on his mind, but I wonder if he was thinking about bomb glitch because he knew that like Gio would probably know he's on A.
Karma is on Karma's in chat. Apparently Shotzzy saw him back there, maybe through like
Oh, okay.
spectating Pred or something.
They knew he was
probably
there.
knew that he would
Okay.
come through that mid alley.
That's just an insane read then.
That's crazy that they actually saw him back there. What the fuck? And then we get into the 5-4 round, and then this is pretty much where just AG smokes him again. Pred, he makes a play through dark, able to find one, puts some shots down into Asum, and he backs up. He plays his life. I mean, this is an AG masterclass. He picks up the AR. Asum turns, gets the bad timing. AG gets another one. The streak is here now, 4v1, and AG closed that streak. Dylan attaches by himself. Optic Texas go up 2-0 here in the S&D. Gentlemen, any final thoughts on map number 2 here? Any final thoughts?
Well, we might have
I
a
got-
guest real quick. Sorry, go ahead, Pat.
I got a quick question.
Yeah, what's up, Pat?
Obviously, aside from this being a clusterfuck of a series, do we still like that Vegas is playing Optic close?
What do you mean?
Well,
I didn't think it was that close.
Well, let's ask.
Well, I
our
mean, like
special
in
guest.
terms of like it was 6-4. It was a pretty close hard point in terms
Yeah,
of
but
purely
Pat,
score.
Vegas hasn't been a bad team. Pat, if anything, I feel like they've been top 6 when you look at like the top 6 is being fair. I mean, a lot of people have been kind of thrown up in that area.
Yeah, I'd more
I
so
don't think
meant, like-
I don't think it was like going to be like a walk in the park for Optic, but they look comfortable, Pat, for the most part.
Right, I more so meant just because we had
who
like
looked comfortable?
a big separation
guys
between
did.
top 4.
Yeah, you better not say fucking Vegas, dude.
No, I was. And so talk to me, Ant. Well, first of all, welcome Shotzzy to the flank. It's an absolute pleasure. I'm talking about. What's going on, Ant? How you doing, bro?
Yo, what's up, Tom?
What's good, bro? What happened today, bro? They were playing like morons or what?
They were playing interesting, dude. I'm not gonna lie. I listen, dude. I never get checked. You know this, dude. I'm always locked in type shit.
Uh-huh.
But holy fuck, I got checked not off the rip, but like on that second P5 rotation, they checked the fuck out of me, dude. And let me tell you why. It's not just because I was just randomly
I heard
dying
you
and
in
shit
the
like
interview.
that.
I know. I think I know what you're gonna say, but go ahead.
Yeah, just the P5 rotation. Like, I don't understand how I'm dying twice before they hit the fucking hill. How does that make sense? Like, actually.
That's the
Like,
AW Sam LaRue special.
Oh shit! AW.
That's the AW Sam LaRue special, bro. That's what Sam had to do to get to the top teams, bro.
Bros, and I'm telling you right now, they were just like so paranoid of like you making plays on them.
Bro,
were
they
just
had to be.
playing-
They
They were
had to
just
be.
playing to kill you the whole time.
No, that is
and
actually
they did-
criminal, though, dude.
And they just forgot how to play.
Because, bro, dude. When you play for someone like that, it just messes up your entire game plan. Like, what's the point of screaming if you're like practicing like how to break and shit like that, and you're playing for one guy in like a match? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, that's
And
facts.
that's how it felt like whenever I was going into like some of these rotations, dude. I just like was doing my casual shit, right? Like trying to drag a teammate with me, and then I'm just sitting and I'm just getting fucking cut going to my teammates, and it was just so I don't know. It was throwing me off, and I could tell it was throwing them the fuck off because I'm telling you right now, I felt like they didn't even know what the fuck they're doing.
Oh,
half the
Jesus
time.
Christ.
I mean, bro, they're
even
playing-
the
But they're,
end-
a, but they're a new team though, so it's like
have you seen
so
the
I
end of this
can't-
control? The end of this
I mean,
control. What were you
I don't
thinking?
even want to talk about it. Dude.
Yo, the ending of this control is insane.
Bro.
The ending of this control is
I don't even know.
crazy.
Dude, all right, listen. We were saying that they lagged out as if like trolling.
It looked like
right?
they lagged
But
out. I don't
But
know
I
what they were
actually do
doing.
think they lagged the fuck out, genuinely. Because even if you go,
Wait,
bro,
look when Gio streaks.
Bro,
Look
go
or not
clapping.
Gio. Look when they're streaking. It's fucking Ant. He's passionate,
Man,
bro.
are you fucking clapping?
Yes.
am I clapping?
Yes, you're.
Yeah,
you're
you
oh, we're
might-
blacking
you might
out.
be clapping. And we're
And
talking
still
about cheeks.
checked from the series. Holy shit.
Nah, this
Bro,
was
go-
insane.
bro,
First
bro,
of all, this was a great play from Kenny. The
Go to when
a
Attach killed me underground. Go to that round. I don't know when that even was, but
What? It
Oh,
can-
when a
it-
tactic killed you underground.
That is criminal
when
because
a
dude,
tactical, what, right here?
uh,
What?
it was one of these rounds, dude.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Is that, did you have a pistol out on their side?
Yeah.
Wait,
And then
wait,
we were
right
on
here,
A.
right here, right here. I see it. Yeah, right there.
They're playing CS:GO. Look what they're doing. One guy's looking outside the map, the other guy's underground, and then what the fuck was that? Just look at the screen. One guy's literally, bro. Look at him. He's looking outside the map to top for pain. While we're on A, does this not look insane? Holy fuck!
No, this looks more insane after this. It was this part. After the streak. I was so confused after the streak, bro. Because you can
Yo,
see.
say what you want, bro. If Vegas is playing for checkouts, it worked.
It worked on God, bro. That ass,
It
that shit
fucking
worked.
worked,
I've
bro.
never been that checked in my life.
He's still checked out. This
I'm
is the
still
most
checked. Yeah.
successful
I'm still
series.
checked.
I don't
I
even
am still
understand.
checked.
You might need to roll one real quick after the
Oh
segment.
my
and fucking
God.
regain
That
that.
ass, bro. I said after it, bro. I might as well just fucking hit. I should have took a hit before that game. I promise you, I should have.
Ant probably just feels so robbed of a rep right now. Like it just didn't even feel like you played a match.
Nah, they didn't play today, bro. Y'all didn't play today. Holy
I mean,
fuck,
Ant, you
man.
definitely joined up towards the later half. You guys got any questions for Ant while we have them? Any questions
No,
for
bro.
Shotzzy?
I got nothing from this series.
I have one more question. Ann, are you guys gonna go back
Yeah.
and watch a VOD for this series? or you guys
Fuck
should just
no.
delete it?
Thank you,
no.
Ant.
I'm not going back.
Are you
Fuck
blowing that
no,
shit up,
dude.
bro? You blowing
Listen,
the
if there was
vibe up?
actually something that we fucked up on like a specific rotation, like we actually would obviously, but I mean, dude, we didn't even know what we were doing because we didn't know what the fuck they were doing. So it was one of those things where like, bro, even on like that street rotation, like I'm bridge because I don't know where the fuck these guys are at, dude. And it, bro, actually, nah, one thing that was kind of criminal, you should kind of bring it up. Or, actually, nah, who gives a fuck, dude? Honestly, I don't even want to point
Nah,
out like
say it,
fingers
bro.
and shit
We're
like
already
Say
here.
it, bro.
You can't.
Just
You
say
can't
it,
tease
bro.
now. You gotta.
You can't
walk
Ben
it
J, bro. You
back.
gotta say it.
Ben J.
What was it?
Ah,
What
no,
map? What hill? What
honestly,
was it?
it's just like specific teams' game plan just does not make sense to me. I just put it like that, dude. Just short and sweet. Like it's something like that's probably what they've talked about, and it's probably what they preach. Like, yo, right here on this rotation, we should probably sit here.
Uh-huh.
But that it's just I don't know. If you rewatch like that map, the Karachi, like some of the rotations where they're sitting, literally makes no sense to me.
Oh yeah, we were trust me,
broke
we
it
were
down.
watching it, bro. We looked at a lot of hills. We were very confused watching some of these fucking hills, bro. Very very confused.
But I
And-
do feel bad talking shit because, like, I mean, they are a new team, but I don't know. I just got frustrated, dude, because that shit, it just.
We could tell in the cams, bro. Every time it went
That
to
shit was
y'all's
just
cams,
annoying, dude.
Man, what were you
it was,
thinking
you could
right
see
here?
it all.
What,
Bro, even
did you
in
think
the S&D, bro. Oh my god, they were fucking hiding. I mean, I was getting blooded. Don't get me wrong. I was getting blooded, offense and defense on both ends. But like, just the angles that they're playing, it's literally some CS:GO shit. It was like I was playing CS:GO.
Hey, did you think somebody was top red here on this rotation? Did you think somebody was like tweaking on you?
I thought they were fucking everywhere, dude. I don't think you understand, dude. I thought they were
You're
fucking
losing it,
everywhere.
bro. You're
Well, I mean,
fucking
it's,
losing it.
it's to be fair, we talked about earlier. Like a lot of people like to hit through old on this hill
Wait,
and then push together.
Wait,
but-
hold on, Ed.
Yeah.
It is 2 full hills into the game. You're
Yeah.
1 and 2.
Yeah, no, that's insane. No, hey, that's
see?
No
Like,
time either.
bro,
no
there
time.
is
No
120
time.
seconds in the
Yeah,
game,
bro,
and he is 1 and 2.
even Ken doing 360s right there if you rewind it. Like, bro, we don't know what the fuck's happening.
Oh my god. It's
This
1-2, no time. He's just looking.
He's licking, dude. He's
He's
oh
losing
my
fucking
God.
composure.
yeah.
But other than that, how's the team feeling, bro, after the match? I know it was a weird one. How you guys
Yeah,
feeling?
confident as always, dude. I feel like one thing that we're working on is our map pool, obviously this split, and
Yeah.
I don't know. I will admit, like I'd say like everyone. Yeah, I'd probably say like everyone on our team hated high res anything
I mean,
controlling SD, and I
don't
feel
blame
like
you.
we actually just love playing that map just because like one, we're actually really good at it now, and then two, it's just like a map that we were previously dog shit on, and we're actually like good at it. So
yeah.
It
We
was
actually,
rewarding.
You think because it gives you an advantage over say FaZe in Toronto?
yeah, just because. Yeah, to an extent, yeah, because like I feel like FaZe loves high rise, and we love high rise, so it's one of those like,
Square up.
well, yeah, it's just like a square up. It's kind of like an invasion thing. Like we're both really good on invasion,
You
and
just lost your disadvantage because they had that over you guys prior in the matchup. Now you're like
bro,
even
bro,
on.
if
Still
we-
working on it, so you guys got an advantage, clear advantage of them on there if you guys have mastered it.
bro, if we play, I'm telling you right now, if we played them, if we somehow made it to that map and grand finals, the last event, I promise you right now, we actually would have got trick shotted.
Damn, you think so?
We will admit it because bro, we didn't play that map like
Yeah, they
we
beat
actually
y'all
did not
on
play
it,
the
and
map.
you vetoed it for 2 months.
Map 6 cheese and Grand Falls. I don't know how many times we've talked about this. It's the ultimate checkout. If you had gotten there, it's like we've seen it in Vanguard. We saw them off for 2. It's GG's, and then you go
Nah,
back.
they
and
actually
everything
checked you
works
guys out
the
on
map,
high
and-
rise, bro. You all double
Yeah.
vetoed it for literally a month and a half because of
Wait, they were the ones that checked us out?
yes,
Wow.
you guys lost it twice. And you never
I
played
actually
the
don't
map
remember.
again.
Actually, wait, no, I think another thing was in S&D, I accidentally team killed AG, or he team killed me, one of the two, on the left bomb site twice, back to back, and ever since then we fucking hated them up. But
You stick
now
each other in the back of the head.
you just gotta play the map like that shit doesn't even exist, dude. The fucking pipes don't exist, dude. So.
That map is terrible.
God.
Yo, Ant, how do you like the newer maps? I know there's been some arguments. There's been like AR, sub cheese, G8 cheese. People have been talking about the new maps and stuff. Have you been liking them? How do you like the new maps, especially as like an entry fragger, like sub player?
Oh, dude, they're fun as fuck, dude. I will say when we first played them, holy fuck, I hated it.
Really?
But just-
you,
but
as a
just
sub
because,
player,
like-
you always hated it initially because you didn't know your
well,
routes.
and then like other people were playing before us. I'm pretty sure like people were screaming the map before us, so like that was one thing. Like we went into the map like fucking behind, and it was just weird because everyone was actually like decent or holy fuck, but like they were good or whatever. But yeah, playing the map after and understanding like how to play it, it's actually really fun, especially with like the water and shit.
Yeah.
But that's just what
I
I
was
like.
gonna say, it's not surprising that you guys would get good at high rise, or that you guys are finally starting to get good at it. Because I feel like that map. Tell me if I'm wrong, but it kind of plays in like a Halo map, like with all the mantles and random like heights and things you can get on top of.
Yeah, bro, there's fucking
Like-
weird shit that you could abuse the doors, the water, the fucking.
No, I'm talking about fucking high rise.
Oh, high rise. Oh,
Yeah,
that shit's a
high-rise, where
fucking.
you can like
High-rise
mantle on
makes
top
no
of everything.
sense,
bro.
like,
Oh,
jump on
yeah.
top
Oh,
of
hell
it.
yeah.
It's
The jungle
literally like
gym.
you can get it's exactly. It's like a jungle gym. You can get
Bro,
lost
you
on
say
it.
you mantle one thing and you're literally you're on the top of the map. It makes no fucking sense, but I feel like we've adapted to that. If you rewatch like us now, I feel like we're always fucking doing weird shit on top of the
You're
map.
just playing for height, just juking the lanes up and down.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I saw Brandon do the fucking the AC jump to like the BZ spot, and we're like, what the fuck? I swear he's never done that. We call it BZ like the
pipe
fucking
jump
yeah,
up
the
on
pipe.
pipe.
yeah
Oh,
the pipe thing.
yeah, okay. I didn't know what you meant by that. Wait, why did Beezy? Did he start that? Did
He's the
Beezy
first
start
one that did it.
Oh, he was the first one
yeah,
to do that?
he was one of the first ones that we like saw. I was like, oh shit.
But I
what the
feel like
fuck?
that spot, people still don't check it, bro. I don't know why. I don't
It's
know why
just
they
people
don't.
hard
look
to
at it.
clear.
Yeah,
It's
they
like
actually don't.
impossible to clear.
It is
Yeah,
a
just
weird
because people
angle, especially when you're underground. Like to look straight up, it's a weird angle for sure. Any other questions for Ant while we have him? Ben, Chris,
think
Pat.
so.
Pat, you got any questions for Ant? Pat, you've been a little quiet, Pat.
Nah, I don't got no questions, Tom.
You don't got no questions, Slay?
This series just seemed like it was one of those ones that's chalked up as a dog shit series, and we keep it moving.
And how's it feel to know that?
Oh, I got one question actually.
Oh,
Yeah.
Hey, you been playing extra fine? I know you were playing last
here
year.
we go.
Yeah.
Wait, is it actually finally out? Or is it still
No,
beta?
it's not final. Yeah, it's
Server
that we
test
have-
session, but you can play it right now. You can hop on.
I was
They
gonna
said-
say this is a server test, but I was gonna say, Ant, how does it feel to know that your impact on the map is felt by so many of these players that they literally played to try to kill you, and that was their entire game plan?
I mean that's just, I mean they did it to an extreme because like obviously like I feel like
And
most teams
still checked. It worked.
most teams do know like I'm obviously pretty AIDS, but bro, the way that they were playing was literally like, yo, boys, I'm not no bullshit. Like, yo, we killing that, we're straight. But like in reality, it's like, yo, focus on winning and hitting the hill.
Yeah,
So
for sure. Well, congratulations,
yeah.
Ant, on a big win, bro. Congrats. Good win. Big win for you. Anything else with the team moving forward? Anything else you guys feel like you should work on, or anything else you guys want to focus on, or do you want to keep it in house?
yeah, just keep it in our house. We're just doing our thing,
Keep
practice
it in
every
our
single day
house.
type shit. Yeah.
Yeah, this is
Honestly,
solid,
have
yeah.
you guys talked about the ours was second series, right?
Yeah,
Holy
you were
fuck,
saying
I'm so
we're about to
mindfucked.
hop into New York,
Don't
Seattle.
worry,
You
New
want to
York's
hop in
up
with
next.
us?
We're about to
Yeah. Let's get into this New York series. 'Cause
Yeah.
actually, I didn't watch, but I heard that they lost 3-1.
Oh,
This series
there are
was
some fucking clips, brother.
Fucking
There
Y'all
are
terrible.
some
think
fucking
you think
clips.
y'all had clips?
I mean, I had a couple clips in this series. I mean, if you guys have anything you want to pull up, I feel like this with New York, bro. It's more of a general. It's like more general things with them. Like not really so much going back and pinpointing little mistakes. There is one mistake from Dante that we're gonna pull up, or not. I don't know if you want to say mistake, Sam. Yeah, I know you were tweaking about it. We'll get there. But let's
Dante
go.
hopping on.
If he wants to give us the thought
Well,
process on the play we're about to pull up, because I would love to know.
Well, hold on. Can we talk on this? Can I start this off, Tom, if you don't mind?
Go ahead, Ben. Go ahead.
I think something got lost, and we talked about it in like stage one with New York, but I think people forgot because I saw a lot of chatter about this social media and Twitter. It's not like New York going into the stage with some insano respawn team. Like their respawn numbers were decent, but they've had their ups and downs, and a lot of their series in stage one and stage two at times were off the back of really good search play. Like, for example, when they had played FaZe online in stage two, they took them in two S&Ds and didn't play super amazing in the respawns. And I think what happens with a team like that, if you're S&D first and you're not crushing it in the respawns, if you lose form on hardpoint and control, suddenly S&D is not going to carry you. And I think that's what we're seeing right now.
Yeah.
They look like they're very uncomfortable on a map like Six Star, which I believe they vetoed in both modes in this
They
series.
double
correct?
vetoed last series as well.
Yeah, you wouldn't think that a team like New York would struggle in hardpoints and respawns against Seattle. And I think that's like kind of worries everybody because, I mean, everybody has New York in the top four. At least we did. I mean, right? The top four was always FaZe, Optic, Toronto, no order, right? That's the top
I
four.
still do.
You still have them there, Pat. Pat, what did you think about the series? Did it surprise you to see them lose today?
I mean, yeah, this is fucking embarrassing. They
Yeah,
lost
that's what I'm saying,
the
Pat.
worst
What's
team
going
in the
on?
league. And they also, Seattle wins 14% of their controls. And
You
now
were
that
positive
percentage is
28.
going up.
What the fuck?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, Skies was
I actually
positive
didn't see that.
28, and they lost 3 respawns. So, like, to
Hydra
be...
also dropped 40 something kills. My bad, Tom. But
No, you're
Hydra
good.
also dropped 40 something kills on Vista and they lost.
Yeah, that was definitely I don't know what the fuck was going on the Vista, but Sam, what did you think about the series? We'll go down the list. What'd you think, bro?
Fucking embarrassing. It's literally an embarrassing. We talked about skipping Seattle series yesterday, and New York goes out and loses to Carolina and Seattle in back-to-back matches. I'm gonna be honest, bro. These guys are lost in respawn. They like defaulting to the hill is a term that players use and people use as like a roast to like say that they got no. These motherfuckers need to get in the goddamn hill, bro.
This is the play you were looking at, by the
Go
way.
to the
Sam.
fucking hill. Like, I don't care how many kills you got. I don't care what you're doing on the map, bro. Go to the fucking hill. Like, it's insane, dude. Seattle's win condition was Nesloing people, and they won 3 respawns against a top 4 team.
Wild.
Well, I'm gonna be honest though.
New York with
like,
the
that's not
super
even-
duper rotation here.
I was gonna say that's not even their worst problem is them going to the hill. They can't hold a setup, bro. Like every time they get rotated, they're already set up in good positions, and then they just fucking throw, or the guy in the hill somehow gets ISO'd because they leave a gap open, and then they just collapse.
A lot of
every
it looks
single
like what
time.
Dante said yesterday, bro. He came on the show and he was breaking down their plays in the Rio and whatever first map was yesterday. But like, bro, they genuinely look like they are not calling out. Like at all. There's no teamwork here, bro. At
Yeah,
all. Like
agreed.
it's fucking I'm being so genuine. My mouth was literally like my jaw was dropped this entire map. I don't think I said like 2 words. I was literally sitting here collecting flies. Like, bro, what?
I
in
mean,
the fuck
I will say
was
after
this?
watching New York play, I feel like they're just overthinking situations, bro. Like they're overthinking. Like we've been there, right? Like we've all played, right? You know that when you're in game, like you practice so much, the right decision should become naturally to you. Like at this point, sometimes I feel like they either are scared, they're scared of making a mistake, or they're just like hesitant and they're not really decisive. Like I forgot. Oh, yeah, was it you who said that you feel like sometimes they play too structured? Who was that? Who said that?
Yeah, it was Anthony.
Yeah, well, not too strong. Well, more of like reading the spawns like OD, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I was gonna say it seems like they're trying to play off like every split and like control every scenario, and like when they do read them, they're just like trying to make sure that those get taken care of before they do anything else. So it leads them to like not making any progress or getting any hill time. Like that's literally what it seems like.
Yeah. And then this was another play. This was from the Vista here. If you guys have any clips, let me know. But this was another P3 break coming in from Seattle. And Sam, I know you fucking lose composure with New York because they can't hold hills. So let's take a look here and see what happened here. Because New York, I mean, look at how Seattle breaks this hard. Look how they break this hard point. They just waltz through front. They just all walk in. Like nobody's even there. Kismet's in the middle of the map, like playing cuts, but
Bro,
like nobody's even
go
going
back,
mid.
Go back. What is Kiz looking at?
I don't know. I have no idea.
What the fuck is Kiz looking at?
Yeah, I don't know. I think they blacked out here.
Watch
He
him.
gets a
Number
trade
one.
here.
Number one. He gets a kill. Where's he going?
I don't know.
Why did Paco run away from mid? Go back
What,
even
like,
further.
what
Why
are
is
they?
he
They're
running?
not calling out,
Well,
bro.
look, go back further. Go back further. Why
This
did
is where we
Paco run
lost
away?
full right
Back even more, bro. You're just slightly behind. Just keep going back. Paco's literally look at it, he's bridge. He's easily bridge right here. He's gonna make a good play. He's gonna get this kill.
Mm-hmm.
He's
Yeah.
gonna get. They're gonna get another one. All right, perfect. Right here, you're fine. You're fine. You're cutting off all front and mid. Just fucking hold this position and trust your teammates. And you gave up on map control.
Yeah, I don't know where he's going. I don't know. He's definitely finessing. He's feeling him. He got a few kills and he's probably just trying to stay alive. But I don't know. I almost feel like too. Is it a good play for them to constantly keep hitting mid here off spawn? Like why not just rotate left?
mean,
Like, everybody just wrap
they
left.
had
Just
it-
keep wrapping left.
To Chris's point, like
Last guy was
Paco
spawn
did
wrap mid.
everything. He created a situation where they didn't have layers. Like if he dies on the next trade, so be it. Like they've got all the cuts and then they get the info because Paco dies. Instead, you know they run backwards, they give the space, and they get slid on. They lose all the trades.
Dude,
Yeah.
Seattle went 4 down and they walked through the middle of the map without a gunfight. Is that not
Crazy.
fucking
Yeah,
insane?
that's crazy.
Brezzy
Yeah.
gets here after a 4 down. He's touching the hill after a 4 down without seeing a person.
Yeah, that's crazy. Brezzy
Guys,
had a great
guys,
map,
I
by the
have-
way.
I have the stat.
Go,
That explains
ESPN stats.
everything. You ready?
Mhm.
Okay.
New York is 11-1 in series when they win game 1, and they're 5-7 when they lose game 1. All they got to do is win game 1. That's it.
Like they're
That's all they got to
like
do.
if they're 5-7 if they lose game 1.
Yeah, in the whole series. I think they
Oh
just
my
get chalked, bro. They just there's something mentally wrong with them where they just get chalked if they lose game 1.
That's why you need P Dog composure.
Dude,
That's what P Dog brings to the table.
That's pretty absurd, bro. 11-1 versus 5-7.
What do you think
all
it is?
relying
Like,
on
what do you
game
think it
1.
is, bro? Because they're all
I
good
think it's-
players. Like,
I think it's genuinely just mental, bro. They
it's
like
like
when
a
you
mental
make
thing. Like all
when you
four of
make
them are great
like
players.
multiple mistakes in succession of each other, like when you get on, you're so in your own head about every play that you're making. And that's why like good teams have insane highs and just seem like nothing can go wrong, is because they're so confident in everything that they're doing. And on the flip side, like if you're struggling, it seems like everything you're doing
Kyler
is the
was
wrong
shitting
play.
on
And it's so hard to get out of that.
Yeah, no, honestly, that's a good way of putting it because, like, I feel like, I mean, I could be wrong, but I feel like they watch VOD a decent amount just because, like, I've kind of.
Well, they made it pretty public. They're like a lot of
Yeah,
stuff.
exactly. Like,
Yeah.
they do, like, all that stuff, like, VOD review and stuff like that, which is, like, really good. Don't get me wrong, but I feel like they play for those moments that, like, if they fuck up on, right, whether it's, like, a hold, for instance, right? Where if they get in that scenario again, they like play as if like that same scenario is gonna happen again instead of just reading what's in the moment. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah,
feel
for
like
You're saying like trying to perfect fundamentals instead of like establishing rules that you can fall on to make
They're
decisions.
just overthinking it, bro.
well,
They're
just like
overthinking it.
if they get broken because of someone didn't hold something, then the next time they go about it is like, yo, like we gotta hold that or something like that,
They're
right?
trying so
Instead of
hard-
just
Oh,
reading
that
like
guy.
instead of just like reading the moment, like reading where the pressure's
Yeah.
coming in, and then just going from like small talk from there.
Yeah.
But I
that
could be
makes
wrong.
sense.
I don't know. Just
No,
looking.
I think you're on
Like
the
they're
money. to be honest with you.
like they're making rules for themselves that in a game is just, so you know how COD is. Like situationally, you have to adapt in the moment. Like based
Yeah,
on
100%. I mean, that's
information
all
and
this game is, dude.
Yeah, so it's like if you're constantly like if people are worrying about following the rules in quotes and they're not adapting to the situation, like it's
Yeah.
gonna fuck them up. It's
Bro,
gonna-
good
it's gonna be
respawn systems should always be broad. They're like you're never getting in an identical situation ever in respawn. There's always going to be a variable that's different every single time. So like when you make good respawn systems and hardpoint and control, you need to be broad enough to where like if you're on a rotation, you like set up most of the time this way with like if you're missing someone or if you're down a man, whatever. But like Ant's right. When you're watching New York, it seems like they are trying to play every situation the exact same. And then something happens or someone's in a different place or just like a variable shifts and then the setup collapses. And it happened all day today.
Yep. And this is how the game ended. I thought it was getting a little scary for a second. New York was getting kills. Seattle only
Brezzy
needed
trick
1
shot.
point, but Brezzy, he hits a 2-piece, trick shots off the railing, calls the game, and you can see how hyped Seattle was after that one. They were pumped up. They needed a dub against a top team like that. They really needed it. That's 2 wins for Seattle, man. They're doing their thing.
That's winners last stage, bro. These guys might be in winners already.
Overall,
Who's
thoughts?
the winners?
Maybe Seattle.
Maybe
People
Seattle.
were making winners with 2 wins last stage.
Shit.
Yeah, bro, it's interesting. Any final thoughts on a series, gentlemen? Any final
That's
thoughts at all?
embarrassing, bro. I'll say it again.
I think
Just Oh, go ahead, Ben.
Right.
Go ahead. No, you're good. Go ahead.
I mean, I think for New York, look, I still think, this is might be a down online situation for them. The tough thing for New York is they got FaZe up next, and they can either be a great thing, become a great against FaZe, they beat them again online, they get confidence, or they lose. Suddenly you're 3 losses on the bounce here going into Miami, Vegas, and Toronto, and really in a situation we got to try and find a victory or two to try to get any kind of momentum going to the Toronto event. Otherwise, you're in danger of getting like top 6 or top 8 this event if you're not confident in your respawn. You run into one of these bottom teams in losers bracket, and they Nysl you and they win 2 searches.
Yeah.
Because it's not like New York's been crushing the S&D either. That was a great game mode for them. We've started to see them lose their bread and butter.
Well, their team is built around respawn, Ben. You know, I mean, especially with picking up Dante.
Kinda.
Picking up Dante.
Kinda.
I mean, Dante's always been a good S&D player, but picking up Dante, they were stacking the team with talent and kills. Like, I think that's what they were going for.
Intended purpose, but this season, almost this entire season, they've been one of the best, if not top 2 S&D teams in the game, and that's propelled them in some of these bigger series. They've had bread and butters like a terminal S&D, and obviously I know maps have gotten chipped away, but high rise is a bread and butter for them, and they lost at the split. They were really good at Rio Search, I think, at the split, if I'm not mistaken, and they lost 1, and they got to figure out 6-star. They've banned that a couple times now in this split. Got to try and get that one going. They had not played Rio, I'm sorry, for the stage. So 0-1, that seems to not be a good map from there. Map pool kind of shrinks now, I think, with the lack of confidence in some of these bread and butters in search.
Dude, random side thought really quick, Tom, before we move on. I mentioned it yesterday, but this is like a continuing trend that we've seen from New York. When new maps are introduced into the pool, they don't start getting reps on them. Granted, they have to now because there's multiple new maps, but they don't start getting reps until like later in the stage. Like, we didn't see that. They double vetoed Rio for like a couple of series before we saw them get a rep, and now they're doing the same thing with 6-star. They're not getting reps and they're falling behind, which is why I think what we're saying about how they want to play maps and like create systems is so almost like trying to be too perfect that they don't want to play the map until they all agree like this is what we should be doing, instead of doing what other teams are doing and getting valuable like match reps on new maps.
Which
this is like it's like a continuing trend on them.
They're in a tough spot. Let's see again. With some of these teams, you get a wake up call and they rebound. Let's see what New York can do coming into FaZe up next week and see if they can get it done.
What about Seattle? Are they on a new leaf for what, guys? They on a new path?
Hell no. They just got lucky.
What do you think, Pat? You think Seattle's godlike?
Hell no. They're still awful. This was the one-off for me, Tom. Obviously, it was super embarrassing for the New York squad, but I don't think anything's changed for Seattle. I'm still expecting them to finish pretty poorly and be a bottom 4 team at the end of the year.
Just start getting rid of 6-stars, bro, and Seattle's not gonna win, bro.
Didn't I see that on a show? How long ago? Last week?
I said that the first time they played that shit. I'm like, this is their new terminal. This is their new terminal right now. Like, they're gonna get in a couple series, and they might have some upset potential, or they're just gonna like win some series.
Maybe it's just a perfect storm because maybe it's just perfect storm to them.
I will say this. I want to tip someone real quick, Tom, just to close things out. We need to give some respect to Brezzy. He played great in this series.
Yeah, he did play good today.
More importantly, his entire split, he's been unbelievable in search. And I feel like we haven't talked about it. We've talked about, Seattle's win conditions, and a lot of it's contingent on good search play. And Brezzy's coming. I know he had a difficult stage 2, but he's been absolutely insane.
They've all had their moments, to be fair.
And 04, by the way. Guy's also another great search player, too. Seattle can get more consistency in respawn. I mean, top 6, maybe?
I mean, they got 2 players running the roles that they should have been running. Brezzy was a sub or an AR when he joined the team. Now he's running an AR. Now Booz is running an AR. Like, who would have fucking thought? Crazy concept.
Yeah. Well, let's move on. We have predictions for tomorrow and community questions. But real quick, today's episode is brought to you by SteelSeries. FaZe and SteelSeries join forces to make the ultimate and best-looking peripheral collab in gaming. Check out the FaZe edition of the Nova 7 wireless headset, the Apex 9 mini keyboard, the Aerox 3 wireless mouse, and QCK XXL heavy mouse pad, only available at Best Buy, in-store, and online. Command SteelSeries in the chat. Huge shout out to SteelSeries yet again. It is an absolute pleasure. Let's move on to tomorrow's matches and see what's going on here, folks. First match of the day, we got the Carolina Royal Ravens going up against the Los Angeles Guerrillas. I'll start things off. I am going to go Carolina 3-2. I think Carolina is on a new path to greatness here. I got Carolina 3-2. Sam, go ahead. Greatness.
I'm
I don't know about greatness, but let's drag it a
gonna
little bit.
take my rookie of the year as well. I'm gonna go Carolina. I have no fucking clue what the map count is gonna be, but I'm gonna take Carolina.
Bang.
I'm gonna go LAG 3-2 just to try and see if I can get a little something on y'all.
A little
Play
something.
play a little prediction game here. I think a lot of people are gonna take Carolina, but I'm gonna kind of zig that where some people are zigging and see if I can maybe get a prediction right here.
All right. Ben's trying to go for some cheese.
Yeah.
What do you think, Chris?
I got Carolina. They just look like the better team. I think LAG still have yet to show me that they are doing anything in the online front. So we're going to pick Ravens. I also think, I feel like I've seen them match up on LAN too, and I still think Ravens won. So like online LAN, Ravens got this in the bag.
Okay. And then we got Patrick
I
Price.
too have Carolina. I hope the rest of them don't sell the win, but I got Carolina here.
Yo, Ant, who do you got,
Played
Ant?
on LAN.
I'll get Carolina. They're in the
Carolina?
house together. Surely they don't lose, right? We're sleeping together and
It's
shit.
a new path for them. They're in the house. They moved in together. It's like a whole new squad, new internet, new setups. We'll see how they do. And then, of course, we got the new Boston Breach for the first time. We get to see Boston go at it against the Minnesota Rocker. I am going to go Minnesota 3-1. What about you, Sam?
I'm gonna take Boston. Fuck it.
They might come out fucking crazy. I see Beans in the chat too, bro.
I think
Beans
I'm
is
gonna take Boston tomorrow, bro.
Yo, Beans, I want to hear you fucking chirping and listening tomorrow, bro. That would be phenomenal work from you. Go ahead, Ben. What do you got? And I did rip the papaya for 420.
Oh man, I got Boston 3-1 because this goes game 5, and I don't know who the fuck with both these teams is gonna win. We did see Tom Boston play already. Right, they lost to those two surges to Miami, and Miami took that in game 5. But I think Boston get on the board here with win versus Minnesota.
All right, that's 2 for Boston. Chris, who do you got?
I got Boston. I like the slaying that I saw out of them in their series against Miami. Granted, Miami's not the best team. I think they threw that series away. They're going to come back with a vengeance, and I like the way Beans has been playing. He's actually really good. So I rate this team, getting a win on the board.
I'm surprised y'all are with me here. I thought this would have been a Minnesota Rocker panel.
Yeah, I thought a lot of people were. I thought everyone was going to say Minnesota.
Well, I'm going Minnesota because I saw what Gunless put on the timeline last year, and anyone who's that confident going up against Beans in that squad, I'm rocking with him. So I got the Rockers.
We got
That's a
Big
good
P
storyline.
versus Beans. I forgot about that storyline. I forgot.
Yeah, they
was
squashed
org,
it, bro.
too.
They squashed it. Man.
Did they
Versus
squash it or
org,
no?
too.
They squashed
That's
it.
whack.
I'm pretty sure they like tweeted a picture at an event
Oh, they
together or something
did?
like that. I'm pretty sure they did.
These motherfuckers, all this lovey-dovey shit.
All right, well, if they squash it, I'm switching, and I got Boston.
No, that's crazy. No, that's insane. Yo, Ant, who do you got for this one?
I'll go with Rocker. I don't
Yeah,
know.
Rocker.
I don't think I've played the new teams, but probably just Rocker.
Y'all haven't scrimmed Boston?
I actually don't think we have, to be honest with you. I feel like we've only been scrimming like FaZe, Toronto.
Good for y'all.
And yeah, I actually don't even know who we've been scrimming. I'm not gonna lie, but I don't think we
Blacking
scrimmed
out
them.
at scrims?
Nobody
Like,
knows who
Yeah.
anyone is playing, bro. They
I
just
actually,
spawn
don't,
in.
I,
That's
I
crazy.
actually don't know. I actually don't. Dude, I probably
Bro,
I
you're
couldn't
the
even tell you.
third person to
I
come on the
couldn't
show
tell you
and
who
not
scrims.
know who's on who, like what team and shit.
Y'all
Well,
don't even know
bro,
people are making roster changes.
Bro, listen. I'm not gonna lie. Like 3 months in the game, I didn't know who ran who on Miami for the like the subs and ARs. I didn't know who the fuck was who.
Now, that's
Hey, bro,
crazy.
you
Nah.
just spawn in and play the toy in. That's all you need to know.
No,
I will say though, and Miami was the hardest team to know their roles and stuff in the beginning of the year. I didn't know what they were doing with roles and shit.
because they're doing everything.
Yeah.
Fucking 4 of them had the same shit at one point. Like I don't know
Yeah.
what they're doing.
These motherfuckers are all over the place. And then we got Atlanta FaZe going up against Toronto Ultra. Both teams 2-0. This one's gonna be tough. I'm going Atlanta FaZe 3-0. Sam, who do you got?
I'm gonna take
Like that,
Atlanta as well. I think Dill hasn't been playing super great in hardpoint. I think FaZe is still just on another level compared to everyone else right now. I can't not pick them against anybody, so I'm gonna go FaZe here.
Bang!
I'm very curious what Toronto's strategy is in this one because if they go for the like Vista Rio 6-star thing, I think it's tough for them. If they've improved in Karachi and they go with that angle, maybe they can get it done. But I got FaZe 3-1 in this one.
Chris.
I got FaZe. They just look like the most dominant team right now. I don't really see a weakness in their game right now. And Ultra, I still think has some things to figure out. We got to see Envoy step up if they want to have a chance in this series.
Patrick.
I got Envoy stepping up. I got Toronto Ultra with a 3-1 victory.
Okay.
Unfortunately, I got FaZe.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean, we can't beat the fucking guys, dude. So
Unfortunately. That's
yeah.
fine. All right. Ants got FaZe.
There might be some good tripping after this series.
I'm hoping to God there is, Ben.
There
I'm
might be some
hoping.
It's always a good
good
battle,
beef.
Ant, when you guys play.
Once you-
It's always a battle.
Yeah.
And we need
No,
more matches.
it'll always be a battle for sure.
Yeah.
Fucking.
And
Jesus,
same with this series as well. I mean, this is just within all the top 3 teams. I feel
I'm
like no
going
matter
straight to Twitter after this.
whenever
series
you guys
over.
play each other, it's always just gonna be a grueler.
But
It's always
I
gonna
have
be
a
good one.
question for Ant.
Nah.
Ant, what do you think it is about FaZe that they have your number this year as a team?
I think since we got their number, for whatever reason, the COD gods have them to where now they have our number on some weird
Good
shit.
answer.
Oh,
Actually, yeah, it's the most weird shit. I don't know what it's
You got reverse juju,
surely
bro.
it breaks. Surely
got
it
reverse
breaks soon,
juju,
though,
bro.
right?
Nah,
Like,
for
surely
real,
it doesn't
bro.
last till the end of the year, right?
I don't know. Pat doesn't think you're beating them for the rest of the year.
Right before 20.
well, you guys don't play him anymore, so yeah, I do.
Nah,
indeed.
and that's facts, bro. It's 'cause these COD guys,
Whatever.
bro.
The COD gods and some
that's
some
facts.
fucking weirdos fucking curse my shit. But listen, man, as long as we play them in the big one and we beat them there, that's all that fucking matters. So.
But take it easy, come on, relax. Let's not go too far. Let's
Oh
just
shit! Forgot your face.
no, I'm just fucking with you. Let's get into some questions. When a player has an absolute stinking map like going,
Tom.
yeah,
Tom,
Sam,
Tom,
what's
Tom.
up?
Do we have a problem?
What? What's the problem?
First, it was this AW me Killhorn thing, and now we're bringing this
Oh,
up.
fuck.
Do we
I'm
have
gonna
a
be
problem?
honest. I didn't even read this yet, Sam. Sam, why don't you read it? Go ahead.
No. Answer the question. Do we have a problem?
No,
Tom?
no. There's no problem, Sam. This is the
'Cause you
top-rated
no.
comment.
I didn't forget about the stray earlier in the show, Tom. And now this.
Sam, say this is the top-rated comment, Sam. You know what
Well,
I'm saying?
of course, it's the top-rated
Oh,
comment.
that's because you responded to it. Look, I'm getting rug burn from your writing. Oh, Jesus Christ. Look at Sam LaRue. Look at this guy. When a player is an absolute stinker, map like going 0-6
He
in search,
reads it,
for
bro.
example, what can they do at that point to get back into the series and fight for the win? And what about when players don't regain and go 0-6 again in a second search?
What happens? They win champs 2 months later. That's what happens.
Ooh, okay, Sam. Damn.
Motherfuckers, man.
Hey, have you ever dropped back-to-back donuts, or nah?
I don't think I've ever dropped a donut in the CDL yet.
Well, we
Really?
can't all be superstars, can we, Ant?
Yeah, no.
But no, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, wait, yours was what? Bow Cage, and then what was the other?
I mean,
It
it's
was
gotta happen
Bocage
eventually.
and Berlin, bro. I had the
I mean, you're
most
valid,
damage.
bro.
Listen,
you can't,
bro.
you
I
can't
had-
see shit on both those
Listen, bro.
fucking
I had
maps.
the most damage on my team on the Burr. We got 6-0'd. Then the fucking short bastards started playing for checkouts on the boat because they knew that I didn't have a kill, bro. I was in 1Vs and they weren't throwing me any freebies, bro. I was getting snaked in 1Vs. Like,
That's true.
they're playing for checkouts. Like, what do you want me to do? I won champs. I don't care.
Yeah, I mean, Sam, listen, it's all about composure and professionalism. At the
I
end of
lost
the
it.
day. No, you didn't lose it, Sam.
Yeah, you got
didn't
the
lose
last
it.
lap that year, though. You got the
You
last
know,
Goddamn
you
right,
know how it
Champs
goes.
Finals.
Sometimes you just have those maps, man, and just things just aren't going your way. It is what it is.
It happens. It's fun.
Let's see what else we got here. We got another question coming in from Matt Matters. Oh, Matters. Sorry, 420. What's the best grand finals format? Standard, best of 7 or best of 9? Winners bracket team gets +1 map win, 1 best of 5 for winner bracket
answer
team,
this
or
one,
2 best
Tom.
of 5s.
Best of
Pat's
11.
gonna say 2 best of
Nah,
5s.
Pat,
It's
I
a
think it's
best
2
of
best of
7
5.
continuation. or whatever.
Continuation series.
Yeah, there it is.
Here we go.
Best of
Best
11
of 11.
continuing. I thought
best-
you were going to go 2 best of 5s too,
the best
actually. That's
format.
surprising.
No, Pat loves
no,
the
best of
continuation.
11
Pat brings this up
continuation.
every 3
Pat
months,
loves
bro.
continuation.
There's no
Best
debate.
of 11 continuation series were fucking awesome.
Man,
Yeah,
that's
it's
crazy.
the best format.
Why do you think it's the best format, Pat?
Because, Tom, it keeps the series count from when the team matches up prior to the grand finals. So it rewards a team who, like, if let's say I smoked you in the winter finals, I keep that advantage.
Right.
2 best of 5s is cheesy because a team could win map count but lose. So that's the worst format by far. You
Yeah.
can look at UMG Chicago 2012. We beat Optic Gaming map count, but somehow lost the event. And then all these single elim series are dog shit. So really, the only answer, Tom, is best of 11 continuation
Yeah,
series.
it's nice because your advantage or disadvantage, if you're the team that's coming in from the losers in the best of 11, it's like given to you based on your performance prior. So like if you play a team close in that like winners finals or the first time you match up against them, when you play them again in grand finals, they don't have as big of an advantage. But if you smoke a team or like and you're going into that best of 11, you come up with a major advantage where like you benefited really well from playing them. So I don't know. It also just makes it intense, bro. I still remember our best of 11 continuation from champs. I think we were down like a map.
Oh,
We ended up going all the way to map 11. So
Someone asked in chat, what happens if you never played? The way it works, if
I was
you've
gonna ask
never
that
matched
too,
up
actually.
prior, is it's a 1 best of 5. If the winning team, the team that came from winner bracket, wins the first best of 5, series is over. If the loser team wins the first best of 5, that's why it's called a continuation. It continues on to a best of 11. So if you come from losers and you 3-0 the team that's in champ or finals from the winner bracket, then you would have a 3-0 lead into a best of 11, and it would continue on to first to 6. It's the best format by far. There's no debate. GG, go next.
All
I
right.
think best of fives are just dog shit. I think any variation of anything that isn't a best of 5 is the right answer. Because if they're the 2 best teams, I want them to have to play as many different map and mode combos as possible.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't see a lot of these questions we've answered a lot. I'm seeing questions again, like from the bottom 4 teams. Who would you make? Like I'm seeing
Jesus Christ.
I'm seeing a lot of those. Those are definitely good questions, though. We had a good show. Definitely gonna start using the community a lot more, guys, when it comes to answering questions. There's a lot of people asking about New York. Like is New York, like where do you guys see New York? Where do you rate them now? Like they were always a top 4
Don't
team.
be
but
chilling, bro. Listen, dude. New
Yeah,
York has had
that's
this
what I was
problem
gonna
last
say.
year. They literally, I think I could be wrong, but didn't they go back to back last place or some shit like that?
Yeah, they got last at Boston
Split.
last year.
Yeah, because of the travel issue. But we have a Dante
Yeah.
tweet on the timeline. I'll read it to you right now. It's
Wait,
fools are
before you
just-
do that,
Yeah.
can I ask one thing? Because it's a community question that was DM'd to me, and I actually didn't know this. Question for the flank: why is it with more qualifiers do Optic and FaZe only play 1 time in an online qualifier match? For example, like the other top 4 matchups, like Optic Ultra played twice, Optic New York played 3 times, but for some reason Optic FaZe only played once.
Wait,
Ben,
we
you
had
might
Optic
have that
FaZe in the
answer.
first stage, no?
Did
Right before the major.
Yeah,
No,
they played,
we
they
didn't.
Played they did.
Yeah, they did. We definitely did. We had
Right
it
before
right.
the
That was the
major.
last match going into Major 1.
They played
All
twice
right,
this year.
well then, fuck Turtle because he had a shit question. My bad, Turtle.
Yeah, we definitely that was the last series before stage 1, I remember.
What happened, Ben? What did Dante tweet?
So Dante tweeted 8 minutes ago, fools are just getting free dub like it's real. They can enjoy it because this is the only time they'll be able to get it. Not a lot of punctuation in that tweet. I'm not going to lie. I had to kind of get off the cuff, but we also got a derail tweet. Don't worry, we got this. So we'll see what New York can cook up in the lab this week.
Yeah, I mean they're cooking. I mean that's a Dante tweet. That's a Dante tweet for sure.
If they're on the
very
back
much
foot,
is.
let them be, bro. You lost to Seattle and you lost to Carolina as a top 4 team. You deserve to get cooked. If they want to use it as fuel to their fire, absolutely. But for the time being, they deserve to get cooked.
Yeah. Well, listen, Ant, I really appreciate you hopping on the show, bro. You the man, bro. I appreciate that. Thank you very
of course,
much.
Tom. Anytime, man.
It's always a pleasure watching you play, and I always appreciate you hopping on and giving us a little insight as a player. So thank you very much for that. And huge shout out to everybody who's been tuning in. Shout out to Steel Series, and shout out to Ben, Sam, Pat, and Chris, man. Shout out to all y'all in the chat as well. Guys, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. If you're watching on YouTube, go to anchor.fm/theflank. Actually, Ben, you want to hit a puff for us? Go ahead, Ben. Hit a little
Yeah, I got
puff.
you.
Because there's a poll, and I almost forgot about that.
Hey, I almost forgot about it.
Yo, Ant, special guest always gets to guess whether or not he's gonna hit the pot. What are you thinking? Hello?
He don't give a fuck.
Did he dip out because he thought the show was ending? He's
Did he
out.
say I'm going to make it or am I not
Oh, he
gonna make
muted
it?
out. He muted out, bro.
No, he
what
just
the-
texted me. Don't worry about it. Ben, he said
He
you're
said
missing
you were
this
missing
shit
it.
bad.
He said you were missing that
Missing it
shit.
bad. Said missing it
He's
bad.
gone. He's fucking gone. He's out of there. It's Benji Nassim stepping up to the plate. It is 6 the pot. Honestly, a lot of people believed in Ben today. I don't know. Ben's just icy right now. He's
Wait,
feeling himself.
you asked me a question?
Yeah, Ant, do you think Ben's gonna make or miss the pot?
Fuck no, he's not making that shit.
Well, he already
Making that
made
shit
it.
happen.
Bro, he already sank that bitch.
Yeah.
Center
Hey,
cup.
hey,
Oh
he's
my.
funny. All right, guys, that's going to do it for us. Like, comment, subscribe, anchor.fm/The Flank, and go follow at The Flank on Twitter. Gersh doing a phenomenal job running socials. Zooma.gg for the merch. Take care. Brush your hair. We'll see you guys tomorrow for another episode of The Flank.
Shout
man.
out
Take
Seal
it easy.
Series.
That's what I'm talking about.
Goodbye.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah.